Good evening and welcome to our live evening of European football. It's West Ham versus Larnaca, obviously 2-0 lead from the first leg. The teams are out, so I'm actually going to immediately just flash it up on the screen for you, for those of you who are wondering. So this is what we've got. It looks like a 4-3-3. So we've got Areola in goal, Ben Johnson at right back, Kurt Zuma and Ogbonna as the centre backs, Aaron Cresswell as left back. Then we have a midfield three, I think it's a midfield three. We'll see. So midfield three of Souček, Paqueta, and Lanzini, and then a front three of Bowen, Fornals, and Scamacca. So that's the starting 11. Reports had been all day, obviously, that Scamacca was set to start, and that obviously they were correct. It would have been nice, in my opinion, to see Ings start alongside him, but it is what it is. So that is your starting 11. Larnaca, for what it's worth, go with Piric, Gonzalez, Tomovic, Casas, Sanjurjo, Ledes, Englezu, Naum, Jakolis, Mamas, and Nikolic. Probably pronounced every one of those wrong. But there you go. That's the lineups. So let me know in the comment section what you think of the lineups. Do you like it? And what would you have done differently if not? I know we've got more and more people coming in onto the stream, so I'll just flash it up again for you quite quickly there. So that is the team. Again, Areola in goal with Johnson, Zuma, Ogbonna, and Cresswell as a back four. Midfield three of Souček, Paqueta, and Lanzini, and then a front three of Bowen, Fornals, and Scamacca. So a 4-3-3. Pretty strong team, and should be more than enough to see off a team like Larnaca. So let's have a look in the live chat, see who we got there. Skevy is with us. Welcome, Skevy. Forgive me if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Obviously, I'm unfamiliar with kind of Greek names, but yeah, coach full of Aek fans have travelled from Birmingham, wishing I was with them. Yeah, I'm sure you do. Can I ask Skevy, what are you there? Because I've had this habit whenever there are Greek teams, I always say AEK and in the name. Do you say AEK? Because I think that was wrong. I think it's like a word, right? It's like Aek or something like that. But just let me know which one is correct, because I certainly don't want to offend anyone's sensibilities. Scott, how are you doing, mate? Good to see you. Heck of a strong bench. Yeah, it is, and I'm going to get to that in a second. Would have loved to see Ings and Scam up top. Yeah, I think it was a great opportunity, but I think I think a lot of us would, but I think the reasoning there for Moyes is that he's never going to do it in a Premier League game. He's never going to have Ings and Scamacca up top together. So he probably figures, what's the point in doing it tonight? So, and it's probably true enough if you're never actually going to do it in the game. Frano, how are you keeping, mate? Frano says, no, actually, you were good with pronouncing. Was I? Excellent. I got through it. I did the phonetically. I just pronounced them phonetically. It was what's that game show where it says just say what you see, right? Can't remember the bloody game show. What's the game show where you just say what you see? So that's all I did. Surprise Bowen is playing again. Would rather have seen Cornet there. Yeah, Cornet could have played that side. Yeah, and switched him over. What maybe play? Would you play it on the left in a 4-3-3? Would you have put Fornals over that side, or done something completely different? Or what would you have done? Do it over 1,500 Ike fans travel from various places, bring them to that's a nice crowd for them, and that's a good away support for them. Well, to see team without Rice is weird. Love to see Scammy back. Hopefully, he'll have a good game. Yeah, let's hope we see a good Scamacca. Obviously, look, there's been a lot of talk about Scamacca recently, and let's hope that he comes out with the right attitude, because this could go one of two ways. I thought when he came on against Larnaca, last week. I thought he looked like a player whose heart wasn't in it, who was feeling down and just was not happy. So he gets to start tonight, and let's hope that he doesn't look disinterested tonight, because I think there's a real danger that if he feels like he's definitely going in the summer and heading back to Italy, you just wonder what kind of attitude he's going to have in a game like tonight. Will he care? Hopefully, he's motivated, and I'll tell you honestly, I would love to see the crowd let him know that we're behind him as fans, and that we understand that he's not had an easy time and hasn't always been treated as well as he might have been by Moyes. Um, I hope the fans get behind Scamacca tonight and let him see that whatever Moyes thinks of him, whatever Moyes says about him, that the fans at least are on his side, and are like have sympathy for his situation, because I don't think it needed to be like this whatsoever, frankly. Scott says, I would have Fornals on the left. Yeah, he's played there many times, not a great position for him, but against Larnaca, he would be more than sufficient. I think Corner will come in second half instead for Fornals. Yeah, we'll certainly see him. There's no doubt in that. It's not a great Cypriot, we pronounced it well, but it's a Cypriot. I know it's a Cypriot team. I'm talking about your name. Is that a Cypriot? Are there like separate Cypriot names to Greek names? Are there names that are purely Cypriot and are not originally Greek names? Skevy, and I'll just to let. I'm just interested. That's all. Okay, so actually, I do need to give you the bench. To be fair, excuse me. So the bench as Haigi, Anang, so two keepers, Aguerd, Benrama, Cornet, Ings, Kerr, Emerson, Rice, Lang, Mubama, and Potts. So we've got three youngsters on there, Lang, Mubama, and Potts. We might see one or more of them depending on how the game is going and what the scoreline is. So my hope would be that we'd be at least 2 goals up at half time, which would mean that Moyes would say, all right, look, it's 4-0, it's in the bag, and then in the second half, we can give, a decent amount of time to these three youngsters. Get them all on. Why not? Scamacca, though, I think needs a lot of time. I'd even, if I was bringing on Mubama, I'd switch to a 4-4-2 and I'd put him up alongside Scamacca. I think Scamacca needs 90 minutes. I really do. I don't see the point of just giving Mubama like a 10-minute cameo role. Let's have a proper look at him and see what he's got, against a team that he can flourish against, and, see if he can even bag himself a goal. Potts, obviously, famous name to the West Ham family. His dad, obviously, being a fantastic fullback. Lang, I'll be honest. Any of you in the chat who actually know a bit about Lang, can you let me know what kind of player he is? I am familiar with a good number, excuse me, with a good number of the youngsters, but Lang is one of them that I'm not actually particularly familiar with. What position does he play, and how good is he? Toby, how are you, mate? How are we all feeling tonight? Happy, excited to see what the boys can do. Yeah, let me know what you guys feel as well, because I remember last week it was an uninspiring game, really, wasn't it? I mean, it wasn't a great watch. There was nothing exciting about it. It was quite a dull game. We never really got out of second gear. We never really put them to the sword. We never kind of hit the heights. There was maybe a spell that I enjoyed for about 10 or so, 15 minutes towards the end of the first half, where we got a couple of goals and we actually threatened to score more. That was the one time where we kind of stepped it up a bit and really got after them. I really hope that we see a bit more of that tonight. There's nothing wrong with having a go. Certainly first half, I would like to think that we'd go out with the intention to put in this tie to bed as quickly as possible. Because I'm sure Moyes will want to get certain players off. I mean, if we take a look at the first team here, for example, excuse me, that went flying back up to the top for some reason. I have to scroll back down to it. There's going to be players here that Moyes is going to want to get out of there. So Oh, damn it. Sorry, let me get rid of Toby's message there. Okay, so, he'll want to probably get Zuma off maybe. Um, he might want to get Paqueta and out of there. So now the thing is, I'm talking more about injury reasons here. Obviously, we don't play again until the 2nd of April, so it's nothing to do with resting players or anything like that. We don't need to rest anybody tonight because it's so long until we play our next game. But certainly, you want to try to avoid injuries to any key players. So the likes of Zuma, Socek, who, let's be honest, Moyes considers a key player, Bowen, Fornals, he probably won't want the likes of those to be picking up any injuries. So hopefully we'll be in a position to get them off nice and early. The rest he can leave on. So yeah, I don't know about excited, Toby. I don't know if excited is the word. Obviously, look, this feels like a bit of a foregone conclusion. We should win this game comfortably. To be honest, I just want to be entertained a bit. I'd love to see really good play, some nice passing, a team goal that it looks really good, or maybe a couple of really good finishes. Put these people to the sword, because that's all we're really likely to get out of this game tonight. Is that if we can really score some goals, if we could stick 5 or 6 past this lot, we're absolutely capable of it. If we decide that's what we want to do, if we decide we're going to keep going at them and we want to score as many goals as possible, we will absolutely skin them. The difference in standard is really big. So I'd love to see us do that. Nothing, obviously, against Larnaca, obviously. But just for our own sake, there's some players on there, and I'm sure, like Scamacca, if he could bag a couple, that would do him the world of good, and maybe, just perk him up a little bit and stuff like that. So I just hope we see some of that, because if we do what we did last week, where we have a kind of 15-minute spell where we have a little spurt and then we score a couple of goals and then we just ease off again and kind of play out the game, it's going to be another kind of long enough 90 minutes as it was last week. Full name, Paraskevi, meaning Friday in Greek, and you pronounce it very well. Excellent. Glad I got it right. Obviously, anytime you're pronouncing unfamiliar names, you're kind of skating on thin ice sometimes. But Paraskevi, meaning Friday in Greek. So today's your day. Today's your day. Hopefully not your team's day, Skevi, but today's your day. Well, tell me we need to. Oh, tomorrow. Today's Thursday. Sorry, Skevy. Tomorrow's your day. Well, tell me we'd need to be up 4-0 at half time, so for us to play a youngster. I don't know. I know what you mean, Scott. He's very slow to play them, but I think if we were 2-0 up on the night, 4-0 on aggregate, I think he would feel very safe. I really do. They're not going to. We're not going to shoot 4 goals to them. I mean, absolutely no chance. Why not 2 up front for this game? Is Moyes scared it might work? I mentioned it a little while ago, Victor. Welcome, by the way. I don't think it's that. I think, honestly, the reason he's not putting 2 up top, whether it be Scamacca and Mubama or Scamacca and Ings, is because he has absolutely no intention of ever doing it in a Premier League game. And so it's not something he needs to see. So I suspect that's why. He could have done. I would have loved to have seen 4-4-2, with Mubama. Give Mubama a game. He's a goal scorer, young lad. It'll do him the world of good. So I would have loved to have seen that. I know there's other people who would love to see Scamacca and Ings up top because they think it could be, a very good partnership in the Premier League, and I completely agree. The only reason I would play Mubama instead of Ings is because, again, I don't think Moyes will ever do it. I don't think he'll ever play Scamacca and Ings from the start up top in a Premier League game. We might see it for 5 or 10 minutes, maybe sometime if we're desperate. But that would be the only time. So I think that's why he hasn't done it. I want to see a team playing football, which will, because it's all going to be about Pac-Man. Yeah, I think Paqueta, really. I mean, the players, like Paqueta and Lanzini, really should just really be able to enjoy themselves tonight. I mean, they should be able to have a field day, really. Your countdown. Evening hammers. The kids are asleep. The wife's away from home. And London Stadium will host a 5-0 win with Scamacca hat trick. Within the first 7 minutes, 49 seconds. Group point is going to be good. Yeah, I'll tell you what. 5-0 would be nice, wouldn't it? Spread the goals out as well. You know, if 2 one half, 3 the other half. That would be nice. It would keep us entertained, wouldn't it? No Rice, so Paqueta will lead. Yeah, actually, I assume who's the captain? Did Cresswell or Ogbonna get the armband? I assume it was Ogbonna, was it, that got the armband? Love your optimism. Yeah, me too. Lots of goals. Hey, Tommy and everyone. Scamacca has good players around him. We should do well. Yes, and it's not a kind of game where he should be isolated either. We should be able to pen them back. So Scamacca should always have players in and around him. Aek will go and enjoy the game, but beware. I hope at least one goal for Aek for the many chances they missed at home. Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it, Skevy, with Larnaca, that they struggle a bit up front. They don't score too many goals. So we saw that last week. I mean, they had 14 corners, you know, and you know, they have moments where they would have 3 or 4 corners in succession, and even then they never really threatened. Areola was never under any kind of pressure and stuff. So I'll tell you what, I'll throw you a bone, Skevy, okay, seeing as I'm such a nice man. If we're well clear, I don't mind if you get a consolation goal in injury time, okay? Just to keep you happy, Skevy, just to make you happy. Okay. Hi, Tommy. Quite a boring lineup. Mandy, evening. Yeah. Yeah, not particularly exciting. I think Moyes mentioned in his presser that he would have liked to have been a bit more comfortable than 2-0. So I think had we won 3 or 4 out there, the lineup would be different. But I think he's put it out the way he has because he just wants to make sure that we put this thing to bed. And then once he does, like I say, hopefully if we're cruising at half time and we're well ahead and the tie is done and dusted at half time, then, like I say, hopefully we'll see some youngsters thrown in there. I'd love to see all 3 of them come on for a decent amount of time as well. Evening, everyone. Evening, Buff. I'm going to call you Buff because I'm lazy with language. Marco, will Scamacca be our Haaland? That's probably a bit much to ask for. I don't think he'll get that many. But, you know, hopefully he could bag a couple at least. You know, that would do him the world of good. Augie's captain. Thanks, Countdown. This will be Jogabanija from Eastside tonight. Lanzini, Fornals and Peck, which makes Scammy happy. Yeah, I mean, those kinds of players, you know, should have a good night. You know, it's the kind of game that they can enjoy. They can spray the ball around. Paqueta can do little flicks if he wants to and all that stuff. So they should enjoy this one, really. Certainly in the second half, we should be in a position to just really enjoy it. Are you family friendly? I want to hear swears tonight. I am never family friendly. That's one thing I can't say I am. I'm never family friendly. All right, give me some score predictions. Looking at the lineup, again, it's hard to know how the players will approach the game. Will they just try to cruise it like last week, or are they actually going to go out with some energy and try and score some goals? I'm going to go 4. I think we're winning this probably about 4-0. I do think we'll score goals tonight. Actually, Skevy, while I've got you there in the live chat, how strong a Larnaca side is that? Because I know you guys are in the playoff part of your season and that you're in the title race. So how strong a Larnaca team is that? Have you made many changes from the 11 you'd expect to start in the Cypriot League? Just 1 second. Back up on the comments a little here. Frano, Moyes should try to line up like that in Premier League, just Rice instead of Soucek. In the midfield, yeah, Rice instead of Soucek. That would be all right, wouldn't it? I know Downs is injured, so I would have absolutely no problem. Like home Southampton, Joe, I'd love to see Rice, Paqueta, and Lanzini in the midfield. I mean, I really like Lanzini. I always have, and I know he's maybe not going to play every game, but I think, I mean, come on, I mean, look at Souček in the last game. He was a passenger. Yeah, he does blocking and he get some tackles in and he'll head some crosses clear or whatever, but we don't especially need an extra body doing that, in my opinion. I really don't think so. And if you had someone like Lanzini in there where he's playing, I mean, how much better would he be? 9 passes Souček completed against Villa. 9 for a midfielder is shocking. Yeah, 100%. Get someone like Lanzini in there with Paqueta and Rice against Southampton. He won't, of course. Look, we all know that's not happening, but Shadow, new here, just dropped a subscribe. Cheers, mate. Appreciate it. We got lots of really good shows. And just so you know, I do a live show on Friday nights at 10 p.m. I don't know if that's the time that suits you or not, but I'll be doing that as always tomorrow night at 10 o'clock. It's called The Late Late Show with Irish Tommy. That's me. So tune in and we'll talk all things West Ham. We'll talk about the game tonight. We'll talk about anything that's West Ham topical at the time. And also, I'll talk about the draw, which is, remember, tomorrow afternoon. See who we draw in the quarterfinals. So that would be a really interesting one. Some good teams in this tournament. Shadow thinks 4-2. You think we'll concede a couple? Interesting. You'll be it'll be bloody impressive if you got that score right. Mandy also thinks we'll concede 3-1. Interesting. Your countdown thinks 5-0. Mark R agrees with me, 4-0. WHU58 thinks 3-0. Shadow, all right, you're hedging your bets, mate. 4-2 or 6-0. Yeah, 6-0 would be nice. I'd love to see 6 goals. 3 each half. Happy days. Frano, welcoming you to the family. Frano says going for 4-0. Mighty Scammer and Cornet, maybe Bowen for an opener. Yeah. Really want to see Scammer score a couple tonight. I really do. Downs was suspended. Yeah, Downs was suspended. Excuse. Did I say injured? Suspended, I meant to say. Yeah. Oggy's on a yellow too. Am I right in saying if Oggy gets a yellow tonight, he's out with the first leg of the quarterfinal? I believe he is. Sorry, now Souček started listening to Iggy Pop. Surprised by lineup last game till 2nd of April. Need to go for it. Look, Michael, he could have played a full strength team if he felt like it, but we really shouldn't need to. This team should be more than strong enough to go and get it done. 3-1 Cresswell mistake from a throw-in. They'll score from a throw-in because Cresswell can't get back. 4-2 goes my prediction though. Yeah, you're sticking with the 4-2, but you're hedging your bets. Buffalo, did I hear with the draw also the semi? Yes, so that's important to note about the draw tomorrow. So we will know who we're playing in the quarters and also in the semi-final should we progress. So they are doing the draw for both tomorrow. So that'll be a really interesting draw tomorrow. Really interesting. Skevy, they've been a strong team earlier in the season. Last few games they've looked so tired. Too many games, extra 10 games now. Yeah, that's the problem. And obviously, you've got I assume, a limited squad. You don't have a big squad where you can, certainly not of the quality where you can just rotate, your squad for European games. So I assume the same players essentially are playing every game. So, but at least after tonight, Skevy, you won't have to worry about Europe anymore. Eh? I know I didn't have to go there, but I did. All right, give me a second because my tea's going to go cold because you lot. Anton will be here shortly, by the way. He's supposed to join me around 7:30. I do love a cup of tea. I think we will win the league. Well, I'll tell you, I hope you do. Win the... Oh, sorry, I thought it was Skevy again. Is Shadow asking about us? The Conference League, you mean? Hand on heart, um, hand on heart, no. I'll be honest. I know we're absolutely capable of it with the team we've got, but the truth be told, we're going to meet good teams and soon. I don't know if Lazio are going to be there actually. Is it Alkmaar 2-1 up? And they've got their home leg against Lazio this evening, so Lazio could go tonight. But obviously, AZ Alkmaar are a good outfit. If they take out Lazio, they're a good outfit. So we'll have those in there, or Lazio, both good teams. We'll also have the likes, I assume, of Fiorentina, Villarreal, Nice. They will probably all go through, although some of their ties are still in the balance. Maybe more than just Lazio will go, surprisingly. But there's good teams in there, and to be completely honest, I think once we come up against one of the better sides, I think at some point will come a cropper. It might not be in the quarterfinal. We'll see what the draw might be kind to us again. But I think at some point we'll come up against a good team, a Villarreal, a Fiorentina, Lazio, Nice, or something like that. And I think because of Moyes, I think they'll beat us. I don't think Moyes can win a tournament. I think he's just too cautious. He doesn't trust the players enough to be able to go out and beat these sides, like to go head to head with them and actually take them on and go and beat them. So to be honest, I think we're absolutely capable of beating them, all of them teams in there, but I just don't trust it. I just don't trust it with Moyes, and I really hope I'm wrong. I really do. I'd love us to win it. I'd be so elated. Good to have glad you have a sense of humor, Skevy. I love you really. Holidays tea is the best. Absolutely love a cup of tea. I'll tell you what. It's my mum's fault. When I was a toddler, do you know how a normal toddler gets sent to bed with a bottle of milk? Yeah, I went to bed with a bottle of tea. Yeah, so you can blame my mum. I hope Pabs. I said plebs. I hope Pabs doesn't spend 90% of the game covering Cresswell. I shouldn't think so. Michael. Like I say, I think we'll be dominant against them tonight. I think we'll dominate the ball. We should do. I think possession was roughly 50-50 out there, but I think we really should have the lion's share of possession. We should spend a lot of time in their half. So I think even Cresswell should be fine tonight. Question: if we're 4-0 up aggregate, will Moyes use all his subs? Not necessarily. No, I think there's some players on there he'll be happy to leave there for 90 minutes. I'd love to see the three youngsters. Absolutely. There'll be certain players he will want to get off. He'll want to take Soucek, Paqueta, Zuma out of there. The rest, I don't think, is too pushed about playing 90 minutes. Corney will come on. I think he'll want to see him get minutes. There's no one else there really coming back from injury that he would probably feel needs minutes. Just Corney, I think. So I think whether he wants to leave Scamacca there for the full 90 minutes, I don't know. Like I say, I'd love to see him at some point switch to a 4-4-2 so we can get Mubama on. Even just for the last half an hour would be fantastic. I'd love to see Potts. If we're clear and cruising, there's no reason not to give those three youngsters a great run out. I mean, imagine, for them what it means to play in Europe at home for West Ham, and it would be wonderful for them. Damien, we all want to play, don't we all? Imagine pulling on a West Ham shirt in an actual game. Do you remember when Harry Redknapp brought a fan on? Fan was, I don't know, most of you probably know this, but we were playing a pre-season friendly. I can't even remember who it was against. And it was this fan in the crowd. We were away from home, I believe, as well in this friendly. And this fan was giving Harry Redknapp a lot of stick, telling him he doesn't know what he's doing and blah, blah, blah. Or he was complaining about a striker we had on the pitch saying he was useless. I could do better than that and blah, blah, blah. Harry Redknapp got so sick of this guy giving him shit that he actually put him on the pitch. He got him out of the stand, got him into a kit and a pair of boots, and put him on. He actually put a fan out of the stand on the pitch in the friendly. And the best part was he fucking scored. He came out of the stands and scored for West Ham in a pre-season friendly. For instance, hello Scott, depending which minute, Moyes, yeah. Like saying Villarreal Cup specialists, yeah, Villarreal. I think Villarreal are going to win it. I think they're going to go all the way and win this tournament. Scott, if we're falling up on aggregate half times game, I wouldn't be angry if you gave youngsters time. Yeah, absolutely. There's no excuse not to at that point. No excuse not to. Like as regards the bench, if things are going really well, all he has to do really is get Zuma, Paqueta, and Souček off the pitch and give Cornet some minutes. That's all that's really required tonight. So yeah, you can absolutely give them youngsters a run out. There's no reason you can't. Yeah, Moyes can't count to 3 subs wise. Frano, but tonight Latino boys play, so no issue in possession. Only if Souček don't start freaking up. Yeah, I think even with Souček in there tonight doesn't matter. Frano. I don't think we'll dominate the ball time. They had 12 corners for us. Yeah, no, but we're at home, and I think even they know the tie's probably over. So I think we'll have more possession tonight. We really should be able to dominate possession. I'll be just not typing until 1950. No worries. So I remember that before my time when my granddad told me about it. Yeah, that was hilarious. Imagine that. Okay, so I am going to bring in the one and only.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm well, mate. You?
Good. Do you remember
T-boy.
that friendly?
Yeah. It was Oxford.
Was it Oxford?
Oxford. And the guy was giving him jip, wasn't he, from the sidelines, left, right, and centre. And then he went, "What? Then get on!" And it was because it was Lee Chapman. Was that what you said, Lee Chapman?
Yeah.
He was digging out Lee Chapman, the fan, all game. And Ari Redknapp said you actually had a point, and then brought him on. And so he got the fan on, and there's maybe an element of that from Scamacca tonight. If he gets a goal, he's gonna. Yeah. Can you imagine he gets a goal? I mean, I'm in a few West Ham group chats, and everyone's going, if Scamacca gets a goal, run over to Moyes, and one of them saying, slap him in the face, or stand in front of him and do the ear, or whatever.
Yeah, that's why I give Moyes such abuse. Yeah. I'm hoping he'll do the same with me. He'll say, go on then, smart arse. You manage the team for one game. And then I'll go and win it. And then I go, in my head, I go and win it 4-0. Scamacca brace,
Oh, man. What? But do you know what? Like, see when I'm just trying to see if this is coming up. Yeah. So when you look at the team, it's actually, it's quite an exciting team. I don't know if anyone kind of agrees with me on that. It shows the strength and depth within reason. But yeah, I've been listening to a little bit while I was helping put the kids to bed and stuff. I think they should have it should be a free-flowing game because of the type of players we've got. I think you said that, Tommy, didn't you? And they should be comfortable on the ball. There's a lot of players there that are comfortable on the ball and be able to pass the ball around with each other and stuff like that. I hope this is the start of Scamacca getting regular game time. The downside of it is the fact he's playing tonight and then there's a 2-week break. But something needs to give, mate. And this could be hopefully letting him out as, we just need him to be fit. We need Moyes to play him, and he needs that run of games. And tonight is a good start for what a confidence boost again. We're talking about this again about players, what game to play in tonight. Start, get a bank couple of goals in, get the vibe again, and then that's you, hopefully.
Yeah. I mean, if you're giving Scamacca any advice, there's only one piece to give him, and it's never stop running.
Yeah, don't stop running.
Run and close down and keep running. If you do that, Moyes will like you. It's as simple as that. I mean, that's just Moyes. I remember Moyes being asked in some interview, I don't know if it was a press conference or after a game, he was asked in an interview about David Mubama. And he said about David Mubama, he runs his socks off and works very hard for the team. And I thought, like, never said anything about his ability, not his touch, not his
Yeah,
pace, not his skill, not his finishing, not his aerial prowess,
yeah,
nothing. All he said was he runs his socks off and works hard
yeah.
for the team. That tells you everything you need to know about Moyes.
Yeah, I think it does, to be honest. And I've been I mean, I suppose I've been backing him left, right, and centre in terms of his decision making and stuff like that. But I found the game against Aston Villa really odd. There was opportunity and there. What's the lineup? If anyone's asking, I think we've got it here,
Yeah,
running
we'll throw
along the
it up
bottom.
there for you.
Oh, it's not Exuma. I've spelled that wrong. Let me put that in right for you.
But yeah, it's
Um,
just astonishing. So I think Skamaka is just going to have to work very hard, even though it's only Larnaca. And yes, we're probably going to be cruising, and he might feel like sauntering around because it's all very easy or whatever. But that won't get him anywhere with Moyes. You
I, I
know,
I think as long as we don't, there's two sides to this. Like, don't go in there too cocky. Larnaca have got nothing to lose, so they're going to throw bodies forward, and we've got to take advantage of the fact that they're going to commit. They have to commit. This is half time. They're 2-0 down, and if they want a chance of even doing it, what a chance to do it against a team. Their manager will be saying to them, "This team is struggling right now. The fans are against the manager. We're playing on their home turf that they don't necessarily have really made their home yet. Essentially, they don't know their favourite starting 11. Let's get at them from the start. We can get startled. We've shown this season we can get started no matter the opposition. We can concede. We nearly conceded against Larnaca last week, albeit it was on their home turf. But I want to see them from the off, mate. And I think we all do. I think you do, Tommy. You've been shouting for it for all season. I want to see West Ham get at them from the off and not really back off and have that relentless approach. I expected a reaction against Larnaca. We didn't get it. We got a result. We didn't get the reaction. I expected a reaction against Aston Villa. We didn't get the reaction off Aston Villa. We got a draw, but that's not the reaction I wanted. Tonight is an opportunity for that reaction. Again, within reason that we're playing a lower ranked opposition.
Yeah, that's what I want to see. I just want to see some energy. I mean, if we have the right attitude, we can put them to the sword. And why not do it? I think I don't know what the crowd's going to be like. I don't know how many are going to turn up.
I think the rumors they're saying is, listen, I think there's been a story this season of quite a few fans. It's the same probably in every football club though. Like, season tickets are sold and some people don't attend, etc. I mean, I'm one example of that, but I do give my ticket to someone, so I know my seat is taken every week while I can't go. But there's going to be empty seats tonight. It looks like there is. I think they're maybe expecting. I think you hear rumors of 30,000, but I expect closer to 40. I probably expect 20, 25,000 seats empty. But I think the fans will be there they'll get on their side. We listen, Tommy, we played in League Cups in this stadium in front of 25, 30,000 fans and we turned up and done a job. So we're more than capable of doing a job. I'm just glad to see maybe Paqueta, Scamacca played together. Nice to see Fornals and Lanzini get a run out. Do you know what, Tommy? Here's one for you. I've doubted every season since Lanzini's really bad injury. I've doubted the man every single time, and every single time he's bounced back and given us a run of like 5 or 6 good games, and then after that he goes back the way. But sometimes his I'm not saying I know it's crazy to think we're having to potentially rely on that, but he played last week. He was all right. Everything went through him. Again, do that tonight. He could be a little bit of a surprise package come the last 12 games, come the Premier League, coming off the bench or changing it up a little bit.
Yeah, well, I think, the squad's going to be really important. And that's why I think, Moyes has got to figure things out with Scamacca, and Scamacca has to figure things out with Moyes, and they've got to come to some kind of understanding, because we've got a hell of a lot of games for the rest of the season once we get back to April. Yeah. So April the 2nd, we have Southampton. After that, it's just game after game after game. We're playing every few days.
It's literally like, I feel like it's
every 4. No, we're playing like every 4 or 5 days for the whole of April, and May isn't much better. And that's including.
Lions.
Come on, you Lions. Does she know the crossed hammers?
She does. She's gone though. I've
Oh
let her
yeah.
to bed. She's gone to bed.
Yeah, look, we're going to need the squad, because with such a heavy fixture load,
Yeah,
we're going to have to do some rotation. We'll
yeah,
just have to,
yeah,
and we'll probably inevitably get injuries.
yeah.
And so it could be that Skamaka becomes very necessary and vital to us in that run-in, to the season. And if we get through the quarterfinals of the conference, then we've got two more games to look at with semi-finals of the conference. So the games are going to come thick and fast to the end of the season. So
I think we
we're
want to
going to
put
need the
this.
whole squad. So we need everybody, you know, hopefully fit, and we need everybody feeling good mentally at least. Skamaka obviously, didn't look mentally great, I thought, when he came on against Larnaca last week. And we obviously all saw the photograph of him sitting with his back against the hoardings at the London Stadium last week when we were playing Villa. Togged off but didn't come on. And so we need everybody ready to go and ready to fight, to keep us in the Premier League and to try and win this tournament.
I think that's why tonight's really important. Get the job done really early, like you say, and try and have a little bit of fun with it and show the fan base, but show yourselves that you're more than capable of turning up in the day, but have fun playing football at the same time. So it's not always about, okay, we understand the Moyes way of playing, the work ethic. That's what you need to do. You need to run, chase the ball, get back, go forward. We understand all that, but what we also want to see is the ability that you bought a Paqueta to show us what Paqueta is capable of. But the thing is, what I will say about Paqueta is that his forward thinking is 2 or 3 steps ahead of most other of our players, but we just don't have players to think that quickly that what he does. So we get frustrated at the fact that he plays those quick one ball forwards, but we don't have the Danny Ings doesn't think. I'm not disrespecting Danny Ings, but you need to play the ball in between the two central defenders or over the top. It's as simple as that, but no curveballs, no funkiness. He's never really dealt with that whenever a club he's played at. Same as Antonio, not the natural born goal scorer. So we saw a little ounce of what Skamaka's capable of when he's got Paqueta there. Paqueta seems to think on the same wavelength as Skamaka. We only saw it for a short space of time earlier in the season, but tonight's the night that you want to see this game put to bed nice and early, give the confidence to players like Skamaka, Paqueta, whatever, Areola, Johnson. Like you said, the squad's going to become so important come the last 12 games. April is ridiculous for us. Like it's a really crazy month, and it's defining. I've been saying it's been defining. Every month's been defining, but April really is going to be defining for us because you can get to you do well tonight, you go into the Premier League, and let's just say, for talking's sake, Tommy, you get 2 really good wins in a trot. That's going to do us wonders. And if results go right and go well, you can pull away slightly. That's what we need. We've not had a chance to pull away. Sorry, we've had a chance. We've never taken it. We've had several chances because results sometimes have gone our way in terms of other clubs, but we've never taken those chances. Brighton was the example. We've done the complete and utter opposite when it came to Brighton.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, we've never had a period like that in the Premier League all season. We've picked up a win here and there, but we've never been able to get on any kind of run of form. We've never been able to kind of string together maybe 3 wins on the bounce, and that's something that frankly we're unlikely to do now at this point. I think, given the fixture list, I don't think it allows for 3 wins on the bounce unless something fairly spectacular happens.
I kind of agree with this comment here from Michael, though. Lanzini will be on Pac-Man's wavelength. I think you're right.
Yeah.
Obviously, we know Lanzini's lost his legs and he plays in a bit of a deeper role, but absolutely, he is. We've seen him step up. He looks like he plays a lot better with a creative player. When Lanzini and Benrahma can build up and get a bit of cohesion with each other, then it looks good. So I think Pac-Man and him will.
That's true. But on the other hand, one's Brazilian and one's Argentinian. They could just as easily get in a punch up like Kieran Dyer and Lee Bowyer.
And Lee Bowyer. That's very typical. Very typical West Ham.
They could just end up absolutely flaking each other in the middle of the field and both getting red cards.
Yeah. I mean, listen, Michael, I'm going to address this comment. Good week for us. We can't be bottom during the break, like bottom 3 during the break. Do you know what? being in the bottom three or being where we are right now makes no real difference to me, and I don't really think that essentially makes a difference. I think the club, as in the players, feel the relegation vibe now. You know, a couple of articles came out in the week, and I think we made a comment on it last week that I genuinely don't know if the players thought they were in a relegation battle, really didn't genuinely believe they were in it, because they kept believing, no, we should be going out here and doing a job. But I don't think the mentality of being in the bottom three is as big as what people make it out to be with 12 games to go. You know, it's the only way you feel that is if there's a 6 point gap. And I'm not saying that we, essentially we don't belong there. Yes, we don't want to be there. No, of course we don't. But we are there. We're in the bottom, we're in the bottom 5, 6, whatever. And the points are so close. So it doesn't really necessarily matter. If you're below that line or under that line, you above that line, you just want to be, come the end of the season, ensure you're above it. And I heard,
and of course, the first 2 games, relevant to us were played last night, and they went well for us. So,
yeah,
Southampton losing 2-0 at home to Brentford, and Palace losing to Brighton. So, I'll tell you what, Palace's fixtures aren't too clever either. I think Palace are going to get dragged right into it.
yeah. You were talking about that, weren't you? Not in your show the other night. Like
Yeah.
they could be a really big outsider for dropping into it. But the thing is, I do agree with some of the comments that people are saying. Right now, the Premier League is really unpredictable about what's happening. I mean, no one really, every season there's big shocks happening, and finding consistency is getting harder for teams like West Ham and teams like Brighton, and teams like Crystal Palace and things like that. You're going to need a lot more money to be able to challenge for that area, and you just got to look at teams like Tottenham. That what's happening there, like they're still 10 years later still trying to challenge that top four. Like 10 years later, they're dropping in and out of it, or dropping into like 7th or 8th and stuff like that. So it's getting tougher and tougher, and there's so much inconsistency in the Premier League. I mean, literally, I mean, apart from some of the odd results when it comes to Man City playing other teams, nobody expected Man City to draw against, was it Southampton? Was it Aston Villa or Southampton when they played them a couple of weeks ago? Or Nottingham Forest? It was Nottingham Forest the week before West Ham smashed Nottingham Forest 4-0. But, it's just a really inconsistent league right now. But I think what frustrates us is the fact that we know we've got players there. And to me, the biggest thing is, why the hell are we not playing like when Ings is doing nothing, why are we not changing it? When Antonio's doing nothing, why are we not changing it? When Souček's doing nothing, why are we not changing it? I know it's taken me a little bit longer there to get there, Tommy, because you've been there for a while, and I appreciate that. But I was willing at that point to give the benefit of the doubt. But unfortunately, we're at the results end of the season, and I'm not willing to give the benefit of the doubt. So I want to see these players playing confidence, and that's the scary thing. I still think I'm quietly confident that we'll stay up. I am quietly confident we'll stay up. There is a but to that, though. There is an absolute but to that. And that is that we need to utilise the squad in order to stay up. If we don't, then we could slip in. We are slipped in.
Yeah, I think it's going to be very tight. I don't think we're going to go on any kind of a run and pull away from it, like, and become comfortable at any point. I really don't. You look at the fixtures, I just don't see a run of fixtures that we'd be saying, yeah, we could win 3 on the bounce there. I just don't see them.
The next 2 are Southampton, Newcastle, aren't they?
Yeah, we've got.
I mean, on paper, listen. I get the Newcastle thing. I get that, but we're at home for the next 2 games, and listen. I get the whole Newcastle thing, but equally though, you can see where their issues are. You can exactly see how you can get at a team like Newcastle. They're not where they. This season, the way they've been performing is probably too early in terms of in terms of like where they where the fans thought they would be. I suppose they're 2 seasons too early with regards to investment, all that sort of stuff. But they've performed well. But you can now see the cracks in their team. Absolutely,
I agree absolutely with that analysis. But Moyes doesn't know what there to be got at means.
Yeah, no, I know.
He just doesn't know what it means. I mean, we've played teams who have been there to be got at.
Yeah.
And we just don't do it. I mean, even last weekend, Villa, I thought, were there to be got at in the final kind of 15 minutes. Emery took off Watkins. And who was it he brought on?
The
Oh, I keep forgetting his bloody name. Brought on the
Traore.
midfielder.
Traore.
No, we brought on Chambers. He brought on Callum
Chambers.
Chambers, a
Was it Callum
midfielder.
Chambers? Yeah.
And that is your opposition manager saying, right, we're taking the point. We're going to take
Yep.
the point. We're happy to, and that's where Moyes or any manager who has any idea about grasping the nettle says, right, okay, they're taking the point here. Let's go and make him pay for that, and let's go and see if we can score a winner. And he just doesn't think of that. Moyes was delighted because Moyes was thinking, oh, okay, excellent. He's happy with the point, and I'm happy with the point. So we'll probably see out the point. And so, teams coming to play us who have vulnerabilities, I just don't have any trust in Moyes to actually expose that. I mean, people are saying, I'll tell you what, there's far too many of our fans who assume we're going to beat Southampton,
Yeah.
Everyone seems to think, oh,
No,
yes, we're home next, we'll beat them. Don't bet your life on it.
No,
because
I think
Southampton are not actually bad away from home. They're horrible at St. Mary's. They can't win at home. They really struggle at home. But on the road, they've actually been better. And that will not be the straightforward 3 points that people, a lot of our fans think it's going to be. Don't be surprised if we fail to beat them.
I agree with you 100% on that. I think what I was meaning was, if you had to, on paper, look at 2 games to come back from a break from, in theory, on paper, that's the games you would want, because nobody would probably want right now Arsenal. Nobody would probably want right now Man City when they're fighting out for the top spot. Nobody really in the top 4. Maybe you could question, maybe you would have Chelsea out of that group, but they've even found a little bit of form, got a bit of confidence going into the Champions League.
We do have Arsenal very soon.
And we do have Arsenal very soon. So these 2 games become extremely... All the games, every game now is the cup final moving forward. But again, like you said, I don't take them for granted at all, because I can see what Southampton... Did they not draw with Manchester United the other day? And you can see what they're capable of doing when they step up to the plate. But equally, though, again, we can step up. We can do it. The only thing I'll say about the Aston Villa game, as much as it frustrated me, things were changing a little bit. So we saw a lot of diagonal balls, and we were successful with those diagonal balls, and we were getting in behind the defenders, and I've not saw that all season. So Benrahma, Danny Ings, they were holding off the back of the defender's shoulder, and when Corney came on, he was doing the same. And you could see we were breaking those lines. The difference was we just could not put that fucking ball into the back of the net, which has been our problem this season. I think Benny had 5 attempts at goal, and that's the frustrating side. As much as Benny had a good game, in my opinion, was man of the match against Aston Villa, his final third was weak, and we've still not really saw that consistency in his final third, which he showed at Brentford. And do you know what's quite scary about a player like Benrahma? If he could change that, if he could put those balls in the back of the net, he could be a world beater. He really could.
Yeah, if he could finish like Mahrez,
holy shit,
it
would be phenomenal.
Unbelievable player.
And the funny thing is, I always think to myself, oh, well, he's got a brace today. There you go. This is him kicking on. And then the next game he plays, he doesn't. And it's like, fuck. But then equally, though, that could be Moyes zapping out that crap from him. But I'm hoping that the game, the positives that I took from the Villa game is what we're going to hopefully see.
Yeah.
And but the negatives currently outweigh.
But that's where I see where we had a missed opportunity against Villa. They were playing a high line.
Yeah.
And they were vulnerable to balls over the top and runs in behind. That's why I just thought, at least at the point where they seem to settle for a point, even last 15, 20 minutes even, I thought, get Benrahma off, not because he's done anything wrong, as you say, having a great game, but get him off, get Corney over there in that left, lightning pace, get Ings off, who's not the fastest and would have been tiring at that point anyway, and get Scamacca on up there.
Yeah.
So now you've got, I wouldn't have taken Paqueta off, frankly. Yellow card or not, I would have left him on. We just have got to start winning games.
The only thing I'll say on that one.
Off. Let me just finish my point, because I want to make this. So I still would have had Paqueta on the pitch. I'd have gotten Corney on for Benny. I'd have gotten Skamaka on for Ings. I'd have gotten Souček off and put Fornells on there. Now you've got Corney and Skamaka who've got the pace when they get in behind that they won't be caught and will go through and goal, and both are good finishers. And now you've also got Paqueta, Rice, Fornells in there in the middle of the field, all of whom can make those passes over the top or in behind. And I thought there would have been a great opportunity to create at least one really good goal-scoring opportunity for Cornet and Skamaka, one-on-one with the keeper probably, and who knows, maybe then you go and win it. But it just annoys me that David Moyes just will not ever just grasp the nettle.
Yeah.
And it's not like we wouldn't have been selling ourselves to make those changes.
Yeah.
Making those changes, in what way would it have weakened us in any defensive way? It just wouldn't have exposed us defensively to do that. Fornell's that's off just like Souček, helping out, closing down, blocking, tackles. By
I think the one player though that when Paqueta came off at the time, I was like, "Fucking hell, what are you doing taking him off?" But when I thought about it more, just before he picked up the yellow card, which was it was like he wanted the yellow card. That was the shitty tackle he made. Just before it, he was lucky not to get booked actually from a foul that he made, and it was a bit complacent in his build-up play. So then he went and picked up literally a minute later the yellow card. So I reckon when he walked down the tunnel, someone's ran down there and gone, "You've been pulled off not from your form, but the referee has got his eye on you and he's giving you a warning, and we cannot afford to lose you." So I get it. We could have taken the risk of keeping him on, and it could have worked wonders for us. But I think come that time, that was the only decision that I agreed with. When Paqueta went off, but out with that,
I understand the decision, but I would have left him on because I just think trying to win games is too important for us now. Yeah. He was the one player who could have found that pass maybe over the top for Cornet.
Absolutely. You could see how well he was getting
I would have just said to Declan Rice, look, just have a word with Lucas. Just tell him, don't get a second yellow. Keep your head. No silly challenges. And I'm sure he would have understood. I would have trusted him to not make another stupid challenge, personally. But just talking about the fixtures, Anton, I've just brought them up on my phone here because obviously there's only 12 left.
Yeah.
Obviously, we all know home to Southampton. Obviously, a massive 6-pointer. I mean, you talk about must-win games. I mean, that is absolutely full on in that category. That is absolutely must-win. We cannot have anything less than 3 points at home to Southampton. We just can't.
Yep.
Then, as I say, home to Newcastle, tough game. Newcastle, very good side. After that, we travelled away to Fulham. That's a kind of touch and go game. Anything could happen in that game. I think we have a fairly good record against Fulham, especially away as well. Not only at home, but away. I think we tend to do well against Fulham. So there could be something in that game for us, albeit this is a different Fulham. They're actually having a very good season this time around.
Yeah, I think Fulham's doing a good job there.
Normally they're not doing as well as they are this season. But again, it's not an easy tie to go to Fulham. We might not win that. Home to Arsenal, absolutely no way in my head anyway. At the moment, you'd have to say that would be anything other than an Arsenal win. And then another huge game away to Bournemouth. Huge 6-pointer away to Bournemouth. Again, they're a decent side. They're not. We saw what they did at home to Liverpool last week. They're capable of big wins. It's another tough game that we're going to have to really play well in. But again, it's a possible 3 points if we play really well. Then at home to Liverpool, they've started to come good a bit in the league. Liverpool, they're not as bad as they were, albeit they're still not great. But it's unlikely, you would have to say, that we'd win it at least. And more than likely, probably will lose that game against Liverpool. Then another huge, what I think at the time will be a 6-pointer away to Palace. Again, it's another ground we've got a decent record. We tend to do well against Palace, and they're so bad. That's a potential win.
Yeah,
away to Palace. Then home to Man United. Obviously, they're going really well in the league. I know they had a terrible reversal against Liverpool, but that's kind of, we'll foil that under freak result. But in general, they're going very well. Then away to Brentford. That's Brentford might be on the beach. They might be on the beach.
Yeah.
They probably at that by the time we play them will not really have anything to play for. You would hope. You
Yep.
would hope they're still not in contention for a European spot in seventh. If they are, they'll be going absolutely flat out against us to try and win that. So we'll have to wait and see. It's hard to say what kind of Brentford team we'll face there. Then we're at home to Leeds again. I think that would be a huge 6-pointer. Home to Leeds United again, winnable game, but Leeds are flaky. You bloody never know with them.
Yep.
And obviously in the final day of the season, we're away to Leicester. I know at the moment Leicester are vulnerable as well, but I suspect by the time we play them, they'll probably be safe. I don't think they'll be in the
Yep.
relegation mix
Yep.
on the final day, so they'll probably be on the beach.
So hopefully we're safe. Hopefully we're safe with them.
Fingers crossed. Yeah, fingers crossed. So there are some games there, absolutely,
Yep.
that are winnable. There are some absolutely
just quickly.
winnable
Sorry,
games.
Tommy. Howard, there is commentary. It's just coming. I'm waiting for the game to start. I've got it up here. Tommy, I've sent you the thing, but I don't know if you've actually got it anyway.
Down. Right, well, I'll leave you to it. And
Coolio. Thank you very much, Tommy.
No worries,
Yep.
mate.
You've
Come
got
on,
the
you
link
Warrens.
anyway, so cool. Take it easy, mate. Thanks for that. Right, everybody, you're here for the Matchday Live, and it is the Europa Conference League second leg, round of 16, and Larnaca have kicked off. As we are going to give you the running commentary of the game. Larnaca played a ball out of the back line, and we are pressing extremely fast from the start. So thanks to Tommy for doing the pre-show. We enjoyed that, getting some good opinions and points across. Remember, after the game, I will be giving you on the commentary. We will be going live to the stadium, giving you some reactions from the stadium as well with DJ Russie B, who is, of course, at the game. And if you don't know, this is your lineup. So we're just going to try and see who is where and playing where. So Lanzini is playing in the forward position. Paqueta and Souček playing in that position. So that looks about right. Zuma wins the header. Souček comes back and plays the ball back calmly to Ogbonna. Larnaca committing 5 bodies straight in a line there, but there's gaps opening up. West Ham come deep, collect the ball, play it wide right. Jared Bowen gets it. Paqueta's made the run, but he plays it back to Ben Johnson, who's playing in the right back position. It's back with Zuma in the West Ham half. West Ham happy to keep possession, play the ball through the middle. Paqueta plays the ball back again to Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson plays the ball through, but it's cleared from the Larnaca player. But Souček does win it, plays it into Lanzini. Paqueta gets the ball, plays it forward for Scamacca to chase, tries to soldier barge the defender. He does well to clear it. And it's a heavy touch, and it goes out for a West Ham throw in. So just to let everyone know, the first leg is 2-0 to West Ham. We won 2-0 away in Cyprus against Aek Larnaca. We are 1 minute and 46 seconds into the game. Fornals does really well to collect the ball. He gets it and he plays it into the middle to Lanzini, who plays it back to Ogbonna. Passes it back to Zuma, who's just on the halfway line. Plays a nice ball into Paqueta. Nice football between him and Lanzini. Lanzini goes early, but it's cleared from Larnaca. West Ham win the ball back straight away with possession. Pablo Fornals is there. He plays a nice through ball for Jared Bowen. Scamacca's in the box. Jared Bowen tries to cross it in, and then it's cleared straight away, and it goes out for a throw-in to West Ham deep in the Larnaca half. A good start for West Ham. Nice bit of pressure from us as well. Johnson's taking the early throw-in. Fornals is there with him. Johnson's just standing on the byline. It looks like it goes out for another West Ham throw-in. Fornals takes it early. Oh, Johnson gets by the defender, and the keeper cut. Oh, it goes out. I think the referee's blown for a free kick just on the edge of the 18-yard box for Larnaca. Nice bit of intent from West Ham. Hope you're all well. Thank you for joining us. Good to see you all. Larnaca with the ball, though, but West Ham have one possession back straight away. West Ham are on the attack. We've got 4 bodies forward. It's 5-on-4. Lanzini still carrying the ball. He's going to play it out. Tries to chip the ball through for Fornals. and the Larnaca player sees the ball out for a goal kick to them. But I see what they're trying to do. They are attacking in numbers. Nice to see Scamacca get a start again tonight. Fingers crossed this is a sign of things to come. Larnaca play the ball out short, play the ball forward. West Ham are gathering players very quickly around the Larnaca attack. West Ham have won a throw-in straight away. West Ham have gone with a big long throw-in. Tries to find Jared. Scamacca, big cross in, big heavy, volleyed cross in over the box. It goes over the other side for a throw into Larnaca. Larnaca with throwing out in the right-hand side. We're 4.5 minutes into the game. Larnaca playing the ball through the back of their defence. Just calmly. West Ham put bodies forward and they're smashing the ball up the field. West Ham should be able to deal with that, no problem. But Larnaca guy is there. And we have headed the ball out for a Larnaca throw-in from Ogbonna. Halfway through the West Ham half. Larnaca with a throw-in. If you are new around here, please hit that subscribe button. Larnaca keeping a hold of the ball just now with their midfield. Lanzini's done really well to dispossess them. And now it's Pablo Fornals driving forward for West Ham. He's got Scamacca out on the left-hand side. Pablo Fornals carries on forward. Bowen's running into the box. Scamacca's still got the ball. He goes for... Oh, my word! He tries to shoot from a really crazy angle. You can see what he's trying to do. He gets the ball and he unleashes his right foot. Let me have a look and see how close that was. Good tracking back from Lanzini, who wins the ball for West Ham, plays it into Pablo Fornals. Pablo Fornals plays the ball out to the left-hand side with Scamacca. He's got plenty of time and space, puts it onto his right foot, and he shoots, and the curl's there. I don't think that's as far away as we first think. Larnaca with the ball. West Ham win possession back with Tommy Soucek. Ogbonna comes in, collects it. Paqueta's there. Puts his foot in and he does enough to get the ball and takes a deflection off of the Larnaca player. Zuma's got the ball, plays it back to Areola. He takes a touch, then he goes long for West Ham. Upfield, Larnaca win it with the first header, then they win it with the second header, then they win it with the third, and they still got it in West Ham half. Plays the ball up over the top, easy for Areola to come out and collect. Routine catch. Areola plays it short to Ogbonna on the edge of the 18-yard box. He plays it out wide to Creswell. Chips the ball forward to Lanzini. Tries to a deft touch, but Larnaca dispossess him. Now they've got possession again. They chip the ball forward. Their man gets it on the right-hand side. But West Ham have got a man tracking back with Aaron Creswell, and it goes back to Areola. And Larnaca have won the ball back again. But Fornals has come back in. He's won it. He's driven forward. He plays a nice ball into Scamacca. He's going at two defenders. Nice play from him. Oh, it's too heavy, and Paqueta cannot get a hold of it. It's unfortunate Larnaca win it, but then we win it back with Soucek. That's good from West Ham. Fornals plays in Scamacca. Nice hold-up play from him. Plays it back to Fornals. Lanzini finds Paqueta with a bit of space. Nice. Tries a through ball to Scamacca. Can't get there. Probably should have done better with that pass, to be honest. Went straight to the defender, but Paqueta comes in, fouls the Larnaca defender, and Larnaca have a free kick in deep in their half. Budgie, thanks, mate. Hope you're well. Yeah, he does look up for it, to be honest. Don't know if anyone else has noticed, but the first few seconds, when he first pushed him back to the keeper, Scamacca waved his arm, calling out players to push up. Yep. Let's hope. Let's hope, Mikey. Anyway, Larnaca keeper has the ball. Again, just looked like they're trying to frustrate West Ham by keeping it back in their defence. West Ham have got bodies forward. Happily going to press their defence because hopefully we can force them into an error. Back with their keeper. Now Fornals is pressing on the goalkeeper. Big ball forward from the goalkeeper. Creswell should win the header, but he doesn't. But Ogbonna wins the second one. which is good. Scamacca drops deep. He tries to play on Lanzini. Creswell does win the ball back for West Ham down the left-hand side. Souček tries to skip by the Larnaca player, but it does go out for a throw-in. West Ham throw-in down the left-hand side. Creswell's with it. West Ham trying to make a bit of space. Finds Scamacca. It's unlucky, seeing what he was trying to do, but Larnaca had many bodies there. But they've done really well getting forward. They're out on the right-hand side. They've got bodies committed them forward. Souček goes in for a tackle, but misses the ball. Player through the middle. He's got a bit of space, and he shoots. I tell you what, it's all been West Ham right so far, but Larnaca's attack there was actually quite decent. The only issue I've got there is that they found the gap in the middle of the park, and when they get the ball on the edge of the 18-yard box, they ain't taking any chances. They're going to shoot because they've not got the pace to beat the defenders we've got. And that's where the player lost the plot there. So Areola chips the ball forward for Scamacca, who wins the header, flicks it on. It's a good flick on, but Lanzini can't get there. He chases the ball. The Larnaca keeper kicks the ball out long and hard. Creswell wins it with his header, drops into Scamacca. Nice hold-up play. It's unfortunate. Takes a heavy touch off his left foot and goes to the Larnaca player. They're coming over the halfway line. Fornals is chasing the ball back. What you've got with Fornals is he seems to be playing everywhere right now, left and right. Lanzini playing further forwards. Larnaca coming over the halfway line, plays a neat ball into the gap there. It's just a tiny little gap that they're finding. All the teams are finding it with West Ham right now. You find the tiny little gaps, so not getting that. Scamacca drops in deep, tries to find Lanzini. Larnaca comes in and collects the ball, but it's decent. Larnaca with the ball now, just keeping hold of possession, plays the ball back to their keeper. Is it for Fornals to chase? Keeper goes long. Flick on header from the Larnaca player. Creswell's there to collect it. 51% possession to West Ham, and Larnaca 49% possession so far in the opening half. Areola chips the ball forward for Bowen, but he can't keep the ball in, and it goes for Larnaca throwing in the halfway line. Ben Johnson tries to win the ball, goes over his head. Larnaca there with the second one, but Johnson's tracking back. He can't get in front of the defender. Chips the ball forward. Areola has to put a touch on that and clear it for West Ham, and it goes out for a throw-in. But the players got in front of Ben Johnson there quite easily. But to be fair, he's inside the 18-yard box, so if Johnson puts a tackle on, the player will go down. So I get what he's trying to do. He can't go against it. He's got to back off at that point. Ball gets crossed in. There was enough back there, but Areola had to put his hand on it and actually punches the ball out for a throw into Larnaca deep in the West Ham half. Ball with the West Ham out the right-hand side. Lanzini wins it back. He drops it into Souček, finds Lanzini in the corner flag. West Ham just keeping all the possession in the corner flag area. And Lanzini does lose it from a tackle from the Larnaca player, and it's a throw into West Ham. 12 minutes gone. West Ham 0. Larnaca 0. West Ham leading 2-0 on aggregate. Scamacca wins the throw-in, chests it down, feeds the ball forward. Pablo Fornals tries to find the first touch pass, goes straight to Larnaca defender, and Larnaca play the ball back calmly back to the defence. They're not a panicking team at all. Happy to play football as well. Happy to let West Ham chase the ball. Nice play from the keeper, chips the ball to the right back. Plays it back to the central defense, back to the keeper, actually. West Ham putting the pressure on, and we forced him into an error. Paqueta's got the ball straight away. He plays the ball into Scamacca on the edge of the box. He plays it back to Paqueta. Nice through ball. It's unlucky. Lanzini tries to shoot, takes a deflection. Is it a deflection? And do West Ham win our first corner? No, we don't. So there you go, force them into an error straight away. Paqueta collects the ball from about 40 yards out, plays in Scamacca. He holds up the play, finds back Paqueta on the edge of the box. He tries to play a neat ball through to Bowen, who takes a little touch and leaves it for Lanzini, who smashes the ball. I thought it took a deflection out for a corner, but it doesn't. And Larnaca start with a goal kick again. And we've forced them into an error straight away, winning the ball back. Paqueta through the middle, plays the ball early, but Fornals hasn't read the pass. Larnaca have cleared, and it's now back with Zuma. Zuma's got the ball for West Ham. Finds Paqueta in the middle of the park. He plays in Tommy Soucek. He plays it forward for Niles. Out wide left to Lanzini. Got plenty of bodies forward. Cuts into his right foot. Plays it back to Fornals. Nice overlapping run from Creswell. Too heavy. Goes out for a goal kick to Larnaca. 14 minutes gone. West Ham 0. Larnaca 0. I would say missed chances, really, for AEK. They've had one chance and that crossing that Ariola dealt with, and we had defenders back there to deal with it anyway. But I wouldn't say it's a very poor start either. I think I know what you want. I know we all want, but it's probably a nervy start more than anything. Lanzini collects the ball for West Ham, plays it back to Soucek. Creswell all the way back to Ariola. Zuma spreads out, shouting for the ball. He collects it on the edge of the 18-yard box, back to Ariola. Back to Zuma, puts a heavy touch ball for Zuma. Zuma has to clear the ball forwards. Jared Bowen comes back, collects it, heavy touch from him, but Larnaca win the ball back. Just over the halfway line, they've got it down the left-hand side, finds the space. How's it getting through our midfield at that point? That's the part that's frustrating. Paqueta does well to try and win the ball, but Larnaca have still got it. And well done from Pablo Fornals, who reads that ball really well, drops it into Scamacca, heavy touch from him, but Larnaca have got the ball and play it back to the defence. Let's hope we're not in for a long night. Let's hope we're not. West Ham have won it back, though, with Pablo. Pablo into Scamacca. Scamacca on the edge of the box, tries to chip the ball forward, takes the deflection off the Larnaca player. Pablo Fornals has got the ball, chips it forward, tries to find Scamacca, cleared from the Larnaca player. West Ham have got it, though, with Creswell. Lanzini on the edge of the box. He finds Soucek inside the 18-yard box, takes it just outside, finds Creswell, back to Soucek again. He tries to disperse it. He does. He finds Lanzini. Lanzini in the middle to Paqueta, about 30 yards out. He switches play over to Creswell on the left-hand side, a bit of space, tries to cross it in, and it's deflected out for a West Ham throw-in deep in the Larnaca half. West Ham have got the ball, but Larnaca have dispossessed it deep in their corner, and it goes out for a goal kick. Let's see if anyone's saying anything in the chat. Larnaca have played it early again. I don't even need these earphones. I don't know why I put them in. Larnaca playing the ball through the middle. Chips the ball over the top of the defender. Somehow that's eradicated about 4 West Ham players. He skipped by Zuma. Zuma's pulled the player down. I'm shocked the referee is not given a foul for that. Zuma wipes the player out, but does not blow the whistle. West Ham on the counter, though. Scamacca drops deep, collects it, heads the ball into Pablo Fornals' path. Good header. Pablo plays it out wide to Creswell on the left-hand side, still inside the West Ham half. Pabs gets it, sprays the ball over to Zuma, still in the West Ham half. Puts it out to Ben Johnson out in the wide right. Back to Zuma again. Lanzini drops in, collects the ball just over the halfway line. He plays it back to Zuma. Soucek runs through the middle. He collects the ball at the edge of the centre circle. Back to Zuma. The players are coming back to try and collect it. Zuma gets it on the right-hand side, finds Paqueta, plays a quick 1-2 with Lanzini, trying to make a bit of room and a bit of space. Paqueta, back to Zuma. About 40 yards out from the West Ham goal. Zuma collects the ball, plays the ball through to Lanzini again on the edge of the centre circle. Creswell's made the run. Lanzini holds on to it, skips by one player, drives forward, cuts inside, finds Scamacca. Good hold up play, nice ball through to Paqueta. He's cutting inside the box, puts onto his left foot, heavy touch, shoots from distance, blocked from Larnaca defender. Much better from West Ham. Patient build up. Good football from Lanzini. Nice ball from Scamacca as well. Larnaca defenders clear. Souček wins the header. Back with Lanzini. Lanzini collects it, turns 180 degrees, finds Paqueta. Lanzini's non-stop moving around just now, which is I quite like that. Ogbonna plays the ball out to Creswell on the left. Heavy touch it was. Heavy pass from Cressy. Trying to find Pablo, and Larnaca have got the ball. Now they've got the ball down the right-hand side, just coming over the halfway line. Puts it inside, but Oggy comes out, collects it, wins it, no problem at all. Referee blows the whistle. West Ham get free kick just at the halfway line. Unlucky from Paqueta as well. What a ball that is from Scamacca. Nice hold up play, turns, feeds in Paqueta. He cuts inside onto his left foot, shoots. It was going to go in. Lucky the defender was there. The goalkeeper committed to diving the other way. Lanzini. Souček. Back to Areola. Zuma's there to support him, but Areola keeps the hold of it. Areola goes long. It's a nice ball. It's unlucky. Pablo Fornals gets that. Takes a heavy deflection back to the keeper. It's a really good ball. Long ball from Areola. Larnaca comes deep, collects the ball in the midfield. It's out wide right. Plays the ball back in. West Ham collect it with Pablo Fornals. Lanzini wins it. He's got bodies there with him. He plays it into Souček. Shoots! Yes! It's Scamacca! It's Scamacca! I thought it was Souček. Do you know what? He skips by a player and he toe pokes it with utter power. Utter power. That is, look at all the fans, man. Look at us, Scamacca getting on the score sheet, and he absolutely bloody deserves it. It's a huge moment for West Ham and a huge moment for Scamacca. We've forced him into an error in the middle of the park. Pablo Fornals comes back, collects it, plays in Lanzini, who plays it out wide left to Scamacca, collects the ball, skips by one defender, snatches at it with his foot, goes under the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper could have done better, but there's enough power on it to put it under the goalkeeper. Good football from Lanzini and from Scamacca. Snatch, grabbed, snatch, put the ball in the back of the net, 3-0 up on aggregate to West Ham, which is what we want. One 0 West Ham, 3-0 on aggregate. Really good play from Manu as well. He impressed in the first leg, and he's impressing in the second leg so far. One thing you've got to say about him, even though he's lost his legs, he doesn't stop running. Big ball forward from West Ham. Scamacca comes in, collects it, plays the ball back. Creswell back to Lanzini in the halfway line. Head up, finds Fornals, does a quick 1-2, plays the ball into Scamacca. Out wide to Creswell, who's really further up the field, and it goes out for a West Ham throw in. Jared Bowen with the ball, plays it into Paqueta. Lanzini drops the shoulder, finds Bowen. Lanzini keeps making the run. Bowen puts onto his left foot, plays in Pablo Fornals. 40 yards out, finds Paqueta. Quick touch to Souček, finds Lanzini out on the right-hand side now. Back to Paqueta. Quick, nice football. Paqueta's block falls to the floor. Referee says play on. Souček switches the play over to Fornals. Paqueta and Lanzini like each other. They do. Lanzini, Bowen, plays the ball forward. Heavy ball forward for Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson was never going to get that. It was a really powerful pass. But glad that Scamacca's off and running. West Ham on the attack again. Ball through. Scamacca. Was it chopped offside? Oh, it's offside. Oh, it's offside. Oh. Oh, he was. He was offside. But I tell you what, that is not bad. Not bad running. How many goals is that for Scamacca in the Europa Conference League as well? Lanzini collects the ball, drops deep, plays it back to Zuma. Offside, by the way, so it's still 1-0 West Ham. 3-0 to West Ham in aggregate. Scamacca tries to drop in to win the header. He comes back, wins the second one for West Ham, then wins the ball, plays it into Paqueta. Too many players there. Paqueta gets frustrated, pulls the player down, and gives away a free kick. Ball gets played early for Larnaca, who are driving through the middle, out left. Just out the edge of the West Ham box. Back heels it to the left back player. Curls the ball into the box, back post. Larnaca's there. On the right-hand side. They're on the byline. Plays it in early. Tries to chip the player 1-2. Suchek's there is going to shadow that ball out for a West Ham goal kick. Nothing happening just now. Scamacca drops in. Lanzini collects the ball. Sprays the ball, tries to find Paqueta, but it's pinged back to the Larnaca keeper. Larnaca playing the ball back with their defence, back to the keeper. For now, trying to put the pressure on. Larnaca playing the ball again to the edge, just at the edge of the 18-yard box. Wide left, back with their keeper again. 26 minutes gone, West Ham 1, Larnaca 0. Keeper's got the ball, pings the ball forwards. They win the first header. Creswell does enough, collects the ball, plays it back to Areola. Areola chips the ball forward for West Ham. He finds Jared Bowen and chests the ball down, but Larnaca win the second ball. Ben Johnson comes in, wins the header. Larnaca drive forward, though. They have got a bit of space out on the left-hand side, just on the edge of the 18-yard box. Oh, referee, man. The referee, the player, has literally held on to the West Ham player, just falling down. Paqueta's so frustrated, but he's been kind of... He's definitely been... Oh, referee. What the referee's given that free kick because Paqueta's had his hands up, but the player has just absolutely rode that and done the referee for that. It's a free kick just on the edge of the 18-yard box, the left-hand side, right of the corner. It's the ball, pings it in, back post. No one's there. The ball's going to see that out for a throw-in, which he does. It's a throw-in to West Ham. Ball gets played early. Scamacca wins the ball. Does really well. Fornals tries to win the second ball. It's a heavy touch. It's gone back to the Larnaca goalkeeper, who plays the ball out early. A big smash and grab forwards. Zuma lets it bounce. Gives it back to Areola. He goes big smash and grab back the other way. Larnaca win the header, plays the ball down inside the centre circle, and they collect the ball back with their defence. So 29 minutes in now. It's been a bang average first half. I thought we've held reasonable possession, patient play, patient build-up play. It's not been anything to write home about, but I thought I've been impressed with Lanzini and Paqueta's link-up play. And we're forcing them into a lot of errors, which is what you would expect, considering that's the football they play, which has happened again right now as we pick up the ball in the middle of the park with Souček. He plays a quick 1-2 with Paqueta. He finds Ben Johnson, who tries to play the ball forward, but we've lost it straight away. A bad ball from Ben Johnson. Larnaca have got the ball out on the left-hand side, and they drive forward. Jared Bourne, he's found the gap. He's broke the offside trap. He scored. Larnaca have scored. It's offside, though. It's offside. I tell you what, right, that's a ball given away from Ben Johnson. We're lucky. We are lucky. And I'm intrigued to see what... He's just... Look at, they're breaking the gap. Do you know what? Do you know what? Oh, shit. It's a risky game what Augie's playing. That's a risky game Augie's playing. That's really risky what Augie's done. I was going to say I liked what Augie did, and then you look back, you've got to hope your rest of your defenders are looking at your line. He's taking a risk stepping out, hoping the player's going to be offside. When you look back at the replay, Creswell isn't in the same line. Neither's Johnson, to be fair, but Creswell's the furthest forward player, furthest back player. They might get this goal. Are they not going to get it? Still at VAR. Offside. I didn't expect that. I thought Creswell was playing him on. West Ham are lucky there because Augie's risking that. I don't like that. You can't do that. Like, that's what you do in amateur football. You don't do that in the professional game. That's fine margins. We're lucky we got away with that. West Ham win the header straight on, no, but Larnaca come out and collects it. I'm not saying that's down to Larnaca playing really good football. That's down to West Ham being silly and being a bit complacent. Can't do that. Augie didn't even look over his shoulder to see where Creswell was or Ben Johnson was. He committed to stepping forward, knowing the defender was in front of him. That pisses me off. Oh no, Paqueta's gone down. And someone else has gone down for West Ham. Looks like there's a quick stamp on Paqueta. Oh, he has gone right in, studs up on his right foot on top of Paqueta. Paqueta is back up though. Yeah, he was offside, but just marginally. Anyway, West Ham have got the ball with Ben Johnson. All the West Ham players are back out in the field. Paqueta gets it. Sprays the ball over to Ogbonna. Back in the West Ham defence. Larnaca are putting a high pressure on West Ham. And making, do you know what? Under pressure, we can play football. Scamacca drops deep, collects it, turns, moves forward. It's unlucky. Tries to play in Lanzini, but he's just maybe 2 steps too far behind. Larnaca have gone with a wild play back to their defender. He heads it out, but they do keep hold of possession, plays it into the left back. Keeps hold of the ball, plays it forward. West Ham dispossess him straight away. Error. Paqueta. Lanzini. Paqueta. Lanzini. Paqueta. Paqueta. Back to Souček on the halfway line. Steps over the ball. Ogbonna moves forward. Souček carries the ball forward into the Larnaca half at the centre circle. Left back. Creswell. Heavy touch. Souček collects it back though on the halfway line. He plays it back to Zuma. The edge of the centre circle. Finds Ben Johnson who drops deep in there. He plays the ball back to Zuma. Souček back in there with Zuma, plays a 1-2 with him. Zuma drives forward for West Ham, plays the ball into Fornals. He plays the ball out wide right. Bowen gets to it. Paqueta's got the ball. Ball's under his feet. He gets the ball out there. Ben Johnson finds Souček. He's under pressure from two players. He loses the ball quickly. But Zuma's there. He collects the ball, plays in Ogbonna out to the wide left. Heavy touch, though, from West Ham. Ogbonna goes long. Tries to find Scamacca. And Larnaca player heads the ball out for a West Ham throw-in. 34 minutes gone. West Ham 1, Larnaca 0. West Ham with a throw-in, taking it early. Souček collects it. He sprays the ball wide right. Good ball. Bowen collects it on the right-hand side. Takes a nice touch. He finds Fornals. Back into Paqueta in the middle of the park. Lanzini on the edge of the box. 30 yards out. Nice ball forward to Bowen. Skips onto his left foot. Shoots from distance. Is that deflection? Have we even had a corner? I think we have had a corner, actually. But Bowen should be doing better. He's not even hit the target. It's a wild shot from inside the box as well. I tell you what, Lanzini's been extremely influential in this game. Every single forward penetrating pass has come from Lanzini. Moyes is raging at the fact that Bowen can't even hit the fucking target from literally 15 yards out, 12 yards out, 10 yards out. That's ridiculous that has gone so haywire. It's like he's not even looked up to see where the goal is. Throw into Larnaca. Ben Johnson with a heavy clearance. Paqueta tries to bring the ball down, but Larnaca win the second ball. Ben Johnson comes in, collects it. Paqueta, Ogbonna. West Ham are winning 1-0. Guess who scored? Scamacca. Look, West Ham though with Lanzini. Down the left-hand side, watch. Oh, it's cleared from the Larnaca player, but Lanzini has still got the ball. Souček drops in, collects it into the 18-yard box, crosses it in, but no one's there. Ooh. Say Scamacca.
Yummy.
Come on, you Irons.
Come on, you Irons.
Love you. Here, cuddle. Listen, everyone. Freddie has just done his homework. Did you do your homework?
Yeah.
Yeah? Would you rather be doing your homework or watching West Ham play?
Watching West Ham play.
Yeah, I thought so. I'm glad you answered that one correctly.
Maybe.
No, don't say that. There's loads of people on there. It's your favourite, right? And listen, everyone, quickly, before he goes to his bed, it's this little man's birthday, and how many sleeps?
2.
And he's going to be 7 and 2 sleeps, and he's asked for lots of stuff, including West Ham things. So if he's a good boy, he might get the West Ham things.
Okay, Baba.
Right, see, on you go. Scamacca's got the ball, sprays the ball over to the left. Oh, look, Pablo Fornals gets it on the edge of the box, puts it onto his right foot, still hips it, curls it in. Oh, it hits the bar. Oh, Ben Johnson tries an overhead kick. Lanzini. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, we've hit the bar. Still 1-0 West Ham. Unlucky there from West Ham. Good play there from Bowen. Chips the ball forward, finds Pablo Fornals free and empty out on the left-hand side. He gets to the edge of the box. He cuts it back onto his right foot. He takes a curling shot, gets over the keeper, hits the bar. Ben Johnson tries a funny bicycle kick but can't get control of it. I'll show him all these comments, don't you worry. Yes, homework. So much should be watching West Ham. Of course not. Cost a bloody fortune. Although he might be getting a West Ham. He's got loads of West Ham strips, but the one he doesn't have is the full black one. That might be there. West Ham win the ball back with Souček. And Larnaca have got the ball back with a keeper again. Pablo Fornals tries to play the ball forward. No one's there. Larnaca keeper comes back and collects. Listen, while I've got you, the keeper's got the ball for Larnaca. We've got an exciting announcement coming for you this very soon. It's really cool. Really cool. So stay tuned. I'm not going to tell you today. We're not going to tell you tomorrow. You will find out in the next week. But it's really cool and exciting. And it's to raise money. And we're going to try to raise a lot. That's the aim. Larnaca get the ball through the middle, tries to play the ball early, but Creswell is there, plays the ball. But actually, we've got a few announcements to make to you. That Ariola's got the ball. A few announcements to make. Black kit quality. Yeah, it is. It is. Bloody fortune, though, especially for a kid. Ridiculous amount of money. Like, it's actually it really frustrates me. I can't believe the amount of money it is to buy strips for kids. Like, I've got 3 kids, like, Lanzini drops deep, collects the ball, plays the ball forward to Pablo Fornals. He has a heavy touch, but the Larnaca defender gets the ball off of him with the second touch. He plays it out to the left back. And then it's played back to the Larnaca keeper. Game's died a bit of a death now in the last few minutes. Central defender for Larnaca's got the ball. He plays it back to the keeper. Scamacca putting the pressure on. He skips by him. Scamacca, so risky, man, from playing from the back. They do all right, though, to be fair to them. They really do all right. Then he's won the flick on header. Ogbona's there. Flicks the header back to Creswell. Deep on the left-hand side. He does well, actually. Who was that? Is that like... By the way, I'm liking Lanzini. I want to respectfully say sending a message. And I will say he's respectfully sending a message. Maybe it could be Paqueta, Lanzini, and Rice. Hashtag just saying. Larnaca with the ball. Playing it out from the back. Patient build-up play. Now West Ham start to press when they play the second ball. The left back plays the ball early. I don't know how he's found that gap. Well, I do know how he's found that gap. We are committing. We've not got those 2 central defensive midfielders anymore, so that's why they're finding those gaps. For anyone that's asking, Flynn Downs is not making it tonight because he did get a suspension. That is cleared after tonight if we do get through. West Ham are still winning 3-0 in aggregate. 41 minutes gone. Larnaca have the ball in the West Ham half. Now it's played out to the wide right. He's got a bit of space and time, but he takes a heavy touch. He's still got it, though. And he big smash and grab cross in. But Ogbonna does well to deal with it. Nice calm header from West Ham, but it finds its way back to Larnaca about 50 yards out. Now it's back to their defence in their own half. Now the ball's sprayed out to the left-hand side, to the left back. Larnaca with the ball in their defence. West Ham calm, but the ball has found the gap. They've gone for the first header and it's got through to the right-hand side. Now they're in line with our 18-yard box. They're out on the right-hand side at the corner flag. Ogbona's there with the player. Skipped by Ogbonna, and I think he's tripped up. He's looked for a foul, but he has tripped up. Lanzini collects it, plays the ball early to Scamacca. Heavy touch off Scamacca, but he is chasing and wins it back straight away. No way that's a foul. Scamacca's there. It's 2-on-4. He brings it back onto his right foot, plays it into Lanzini out on the left-hand side. He's done really well. Creswell, back to Lanzini, back to Souček. Pablo Fornals. Paqueta, Fornals, Paqueta. The difference is we're playing football, getting as many passes in, keeping possession, lots of movement, pass and move. Fornals does well. Oh, I don't know if he's hurt himself. He was tripped up, was he? It was a free kick to West Ham. It's a shame because it was actually really good build-up play there from West Ham. Lots of pass and move. Pass. Oh, I tell you what. Gus of Larnaca gets a yellow card, but I mean, it's a really late challenge. Free kick to West Ham. Right, let me see where we are. About 30 yards out to the right-hand side. You've got Bowen over it with his left foot. Fornals over it with his right foot. Scamacca, Zuma, Ogbonna in the box. What's the referee getting called? He's going to check the VAR. He is checking it. He's checking that decision. I think he might get a red for this. I think the player might get a red for this. Oh, it is bad. I didn't realize it was as bad as what it is, but I've just seen a little bit of the slow-mo. I think he's going to get sent off. I think he's getting sent off. Yeah. Going to hold the yellow card up, saying no yellow card. Put the red card. He's off. 10 men. Do you know what? It's deserved. I thought it was as well. Pablo's trying to plead with the ref, though. I tell you what, fair play to Pablo Fornals, by the way. Fair play to Pablo. Like, that's fucking amazing what Pablo's just done. I think what Pablo's saying is there was absolutely no intent whatsoever. That's just ruined the tie for Larnaca. Two minutes of injury time. Anyway, free kick still not being taken. Nobody knew they were calling it back for that. Anyway, it's a free kick to West Ham. Larnaca down to 10 men. Bowen chips the ball in. Crap ball. Terrible ball from Jared Bowen. After all that, can't even beat the first man. Literally hit a chest height. Anyway, Lanzini's there, collects the ball from deep. The commentators are saying there's quite a few youngsters on West Ham's bench and they'll be really tempted to get on the field. I tell you what, get another goal early on in the second half and you may well see them. Chips the ball forward. Larnaca clear. Keta drops in, collects it, plays a really nice ball to Creswell. Do not know how he done that, but he did. Creswell drives forward for West Ham. Plays the ball. Pablo Fornals nutmegs the player. Souček collects it. He's on the edge of the 18-yard box. He tries to cross the ball in and Creswell tries to jump out of the way and he smashes the ball off of Cressy. That is funny. Oh! I tell you what. Do you know what? It is a red card. But fair play to Fornals for doing what he done. Lanzini plays the ball in. Lanzini plays a 1-2. He gets it again. Lanzini back to Souček. Souček's going to switch play completely. Chips the ball forward to Ben Johnson. Collects it. Nice touch onto his left foot. Cross it in. Can't beat the first man, though. Cleared from Larnaca. West Ham win it back with Tommy Souček. Switches onto his left foot. He's going to shoot. He does. Wow. Souček. Tommy Souček. Referee's going to blow the whistle any second now. It's a bad tackle. It's a bad challenge from the player. It's like a nothing but his studs are up. He's raised it above the player's shin. And yeah. Anyway, West Ham winning 1-0 at home thanks to Scamacca goal. Good Scamacca goal as well. Got to give Scamacca that credit there for that. It was really a good goal. I'm going to jump into the chat here in a second before I go and get a break in preparation for the second half. But I think you will see probably more of what West Ham have been doing in the second half. And then I think what we'll see is if we can get a goal nice and early on, we may see a switch of transition of players and maybe see some of the younger players come on the field etc., etc. Sub off Suchek and put on Emerson. Terry, how has it been going? Have we looked okay? It's not been the greatest of games, Terry, mate. It's been okay. It's been more professional job rather than anything. So not really stepping up to the plate, but not really giving us an underwhelming performance. It's just doing a job. Yes, it was. It's been changed. I think the 3 goals have ruined it for Larnaca. Anton, have you noticed Paqueta's trying his hardest not to pass to Suchek? He did there at the end, actually, but I've been really impressed with Lanzini. I've got to give Lanzini shitloads of credit. It was a naughty tackle that. Evening Trini needs Suchek off and Corney on. I think that will be definitely something we will see in the second half. Fair play to Lanzini for his sportsmanship there. That was actually Fornals for his sportsmanship. It was phenomenal what he did, actually. You know, he was saying to the referee, I don't think you need to send them off for that. I really don't think you need to do. But I mean, I seen the tackle back again, and it was bad. Expected more from West Ham. Yeah, do you know what? Listen, Skevy, so do we. So do we. We're not having the greatest of seasons. We're a different beast to what we were last year, or in Europe anyway. But yeah, we'll see. It is a trying match. It absolutely is. What's happened? We had a player sent off. Corney underrated as well. My bad. Possibly Ings on. Things not on the bench. Suchek is on to do a job and win their long balls into midfield. Absolutely. So there you go. Talk amongst yourself. I will be back for the second half. I'm just going to go and get a little cheeky break while I can, and I will be back bringing you the commentary of the. It's not half 1-1. I need to change that. Who put that on there? It's terrible. But we are winning 3-0. It's a comfortable game. There's nothing to worry about, essentially. But it is a comfortable game. So I will be back for the second half. Thank you, and stay tuned. Come on, am back for the second half. No changes for West Ham, but there has been one change already for Larnaca. But I'm not going to tell you who it is because I have no idea who it is. So we will not go there. West Ham on the attack straight away from the off. I reckon what you might find here with West Ham is go and get the goal nice and early and we'll start making some changes. West Ham ball through. Paqueta. Oh, it skips by from Scamacca. It was Jared Bowen ball in. Sorry for Scamacca. It was just a bit too far in front of him. Thought he could just get a touch on it and go in the back of the net. Lanzini, though, drops deep, collects the ball for West Ham out on the left-hand side. Paqueta plays the ball through. Nice play there. Scamacca holds on to it. He's on the edge of the box. He's going to shoot. Oh, it's a save. Jared Bowen, 2-0 West Ham. I don't know if they're going to give this offside, though. Let's have a look and see. But Scamacca has done really well. He's had literally 2 chances in the space of 1.5 minutes. Smashed the ball from the edge of the box. Keeper can do nothing but parry the shot away into the path of Jared Bowen. I think they are checking. Are they checking that in VAR? Good football from West Ham. Scamacca holds off the defender at the edge of the box, smashes it, curls it, parries it out. Jared Bowen. I don't think it is offside, but I think they are checking it anyway. But we will take that. Yeah, I think the goal is standing. It is. Yep. 2-0 West Ham. And that's what we wanted. Nice and early. Get the job done. 4-0 at aggregate. Through to the quarterfinals. So nice now. Good for Jared Bowen to get off the on the score sheet as well. West Ham patient playing there with Souček in the middle of the park. Plays the ball 1-2 with Lanzini. Lanzini being influential all game for Niles. Plays into Paqueta. Plays the ball in as Bowen drops deep to collect it. He plays it out wide right for Ben Johnson. Plays it into Pablo. Bowen drops in. Keeps driving the ball forward. Creswell out on the left-hand side. Early ball. Flicking header. What a goal from Jared Bowen. A brace from Jared Bowen. And West Ham are now extremely comfortable in the tie. We're 3-0 up. It's really, really good football from West Ham. It really is good football from us. I can't remotely take that away from them. Big cross coming in, and Jared Bowen makes a run to the front post and just flicks the header on. He just flicks the header on. So well done to you, Jared Bowen. Well done to West Ham. Tie gone. West Ham quarterfinals of Europe. Put this to bed. Give Scamacca the run out he needs. Try and get him on the score sheet again. Bring on some of the youth. That's what we all want to see. Cross in. He's improvised so well. Jared Bowen builds that up from the start. Plays it out wide to Creswell. He pings the ball in, takes a glancing header, runs to the front post, and it is 3-0 West Ham. Brace from Jared Bowen. Just what we need right at the perfect time as well. You might see a whole host of substitutions at one point now because it's 5 goals to the good on aggregate to West Ham. West Ham on the attack again, down the right-hand side, crosses it into the box from Scamacca. It's too heavy, though. Was it Scamacca? And it's cleared from Larnaca. It's unlucky from West Ham. Jared Bourne already on a hat-trick for West Ham. Good build-up play between him and Scamacca, though, as well. Moyes is calling to the bench. He is calling to the bench. Big ball chip forward for West Ham, but Larnaca's defenders got there to get it. There you go. Finally, I managed to get it set up for you. Sorry, I know. I see there's so many comments, but I'm trying to keep up with the bloody game. Fornals comes in, collects it, plays it back to Jared Bowen. Paqueta in the middle of the park sees the run from Creswell. Larnaca player does well to read it. Skips by Lanzini, gets a touch on it, and he does well, Lanzini. Creswell. Fornals in the middle of the park. Souček. Lanzini, quick touch. Paqueta, nice football. Scamacca turns, puts it onto his right foot, skips by one player. Oh, it looks like he was going to try and unleash it, but the player's done really well to take and dispossess him off the ball. Souček wins it back for West Ham, no, immediately. Lanzini, inside to Souček, back to Lanzini. We're about to see, it looks like Levi Lang. Oh, it's Max Corney and Danny Ings coming on. Fornals. Edge of box. Lanzini. Oh! Drops the shoulder, skips by the defender, can't get enough power on it. Trickles its way to the keeper. Sorry, I didn't realise Danny Ings was on the bench. But Max Corney and Danny Ings are coming on for West Ham. Now, I really see a positive change for here. West Ham chasing the ball back with the Larnaca defenders who plays the ball back to their keeper. Scamacca drops deep, collects it, wins it. But Larnaca get in front of him. Ben Johnson's well. Ball goes out for a Larnaca throw-in. Triple substitution and Mubama. Wowzers. Jared Bowen. Jared Bowen's coming off. And Paqueta is coming off. Boone. I think Scamacca's come off, I think. Yeah, it is. So I'm trying my best to figure out what kind of lineup it would be, but Devon has gone straight up top. I'm delighted that we're Mubama, though. Really am. Unbag yourself a goal, son. I'm just trying to work out what's happening here with the team, but maybe Fornals dropped in. I think he's probably dropped into the middle there. Let me have a look. Lanzini, Souček, Fornals. He has. Yeah, gone all out 4-3-3. Ball getting played out to Mbama out in the wide right. Mbama drives forward at the defence. Oversteps, sides, but shoots! Confident play from Mbama. Does a couple of oversteps, skips by the player. The player's just all over Ogbonna, and referee blows the whistle. Yeah, it looks like West Ham are going for a forward three. But great performance from Scamacca tonight. Nice to see. Will do him the world of good. Lanzini drops deep, collects the ball, sees the runner from Mbama, but it goes out for a goal kick to Larnaca. Let me just bring you up the team now. I know there's so many comments. I will try my best to get through them. But great start from Mbama. Great to see him get some game time. Absolutely deserved. The boy is on fire. And what we can start singing is, your defence is terrified. Bang himself a goal, and we will. Oh. West Ham drop deep with Lanzini, collects the ball, plays it into Ben Johnson. Lanzini's playing in that deep role. Plays the ball back to Zuma, who sprays it out to Augie on the left-hand side. Creswell's there. Plays the ball to Creswell. Plays it through the middle to Tommy Soucek. Ball goes down to the white. Oh, it's a heavy tackle, and it's a corner to Larnaca. Ball forward for West Ham and Max Cornet. Divin's made a run. It's too heavy, and Larnaca, keeper, comes out and collects the ball. Let me see what everyone else is saying in the chat. Is that true? Is that true? Good man, Skivvy. Good man. I'm just playing the ball back through the back line. Dad's in the stream. Yes, we know. Correct corner down the left-hand side. Dad, I've sent Mum a message in the family chat. Can you tell Kelly to get in contact with me, please? Oh, Larnaca playing the ball through the back. Bit dodgy. Divine chasing it with the keeper. Put the pressure on. Sliding in. Can't get it. "60 minutes gone. Good to see Corney back on the park as well. Kind of looks more like maybe a 4-4-2. I don't really know, 4-3-3, whatever you want to call it. Devon and Ings playing up top, Corney playing a little bit deeper alongside the midfield, but they're switching, putting the pressure on and putting Larnaca under a lot of pressure in the defence there. Ball gets played back, cleared. Oh, Ben Johnson slipped. Larnaca's now 2-on-2. 3-on-3. On the edge of the box. West Ham got bodies back now. Pings the ball out. He just hits the ball straight. Oh, he gets a corner. Who scores the last 2 goals? Missed it. Mikey, what have I done? Like, I need to hear you, Junior. I'm sorry, mate. It's done. I had to eat that, mate. Lee. I had to eat it. So apologies. I need to get one of those like buttons you can press. Corner from Larnaca, but it has been cleared. Lanzini's trying to chase it back. I need to get one of those buttons you can press where you can mute when you're eating, but you just have to grab over there, innit? I do apologise, though. Anyway, it's a free kick to Larnaca. Right, anyway, West Ham with a free kick. Larnaca, a free kick, and it goes a routine save for Areola. Lanzini in. Suchek plays it into Lanzini, just coming over the halfway line. Devine does really well there. Drops deep, collects the ball. Lanzini skips by one player, finds Devine, who plays a nice ball back. It's a good ball over. Creswell to chase. Heavy ball. Will he get it in? He does keep it in. He does, just on the corner flag. He's kept it in. Suchek drops in, collects it. Fornals. Devine drops deep. Quick touch there with Lanzini. But West Ham win it back again with Suchek. It's over with Danny Ings. Creswell on the left. Danny Ings drops deep. Suchek makes the run through, but Danny Ings collects it, plays it back to Creswell. Back with Danny Ings. Lanzini. Nice ball through. Suchek's got space time. He's going to shoot. Yeah, he's going to shoot, man. No, he's not. Keeps a hold of it. Puts it onto the edge of the box. Pablo Fornals. Chips the ball out to the wide right. Ben Johnson's there. Keeps a hold of it. Brings it back. Finds Cornet. Skips by. Going to shoot from distance. Deflection. West Ham corner. I tell you what, I really like Devine. He looks the business, man. He really looks the business. Good build-up play, though. Creswell with the corner for West Ham. West Ham got plenty of bodies in the box. Plenty. Obama standing on the keeper. Creswell with an outswinger. Pings the ball in. Back post. Wins the header. Devine! Yes! Devine Mubama! Honestly, Devine Mubama has just scored a goal for the West Ham first team. They took the goal off him. And he has now got the goal that he so what he deserved. Brilliant. Absolutely bloody brilliant. The guy is showing it at every level. Every fucking level. Every level. I love that. Devine Mubama has taken West Ham into the fourth goal and has helped West Ham get into the stride for the second half. Great corner from Creswell. Souček breaks the defender, back post, and who's there at the edge of the 6-yard box to tap it in, smash it into the back of the net? Divine Mubama. Back flick, improvised back flick. 4-0 West Ham. A divine. That is brilliant. That is brilliant for him. Love that. He's buzzing with life. You can tell he's buzzing with life. Absolutely buzzing for the man. Not the man, the boy. Number 72, Divine Mubama. Gets himself onto the score sheet. Larnaca have made a sub, but I'll be brutally honest with you, I don't care. Because West Ham are winning 4-0, 6-0 in aggregate. And this will do the team the world of good confidence going into this international break. "67 minutes gone. West Ham 4. Larnaca nil. Do you know what? I actually forgot Larnaca had a man sent off as well. My nan get a bit of running commentary. Come on, Lee. He is. He is a special lad. Levi Lang and Freddie Potts coming on for West Ham. Let's see if I can get them. Nah, fine. Zuma coming off. Levi Lang takes over his position. And then we'll see Potts come on. Tommy Souček. And we've got a whole load of youth there, which is brilliant to see. For Tommy Souček, I'm just going to bring you up the most recent thing, and that's West Ham using our subs, isn't it? West Ham playing the ball through the back there. Freddie Potts. Creswell plays the ball back to Ogbonna. Areola. There is your new team. There's your not starting 11. Our 11 that's playing on the park just now. Lanzini comes and collects the ball. He plays it in to Levi Lang. Plays the ball forward for West Ham. Danny Ings can't keep control of the ball. Ball chipped forward for Larnaca. Plays it back. Mubama putting the pressure on. Danny Ings is chasing down the defender. Ings chasing still. Pings ball forward from the goalkeeper. Goes straight out for a West Ham throw-in. Steve Potts. Exactamundo. Lanzini plays the ball forwards. Great hold-up play from Mubama. Oh, my word, that's great play. And he's up. Do you know what? Sorry, it was Max Corney. And it was great strength and desire he showed there, and they just fouled him in the end, and West Ham walk away with a free kick on the halfway line. And then he drops in, collects the ball, plays the ball through to Freddie Potts, tries a neat ball through for Ings, but it can't get there. Potts comes back, wins it, but he's a high foot, and the referee's blown for a free kick. "20 minutes to go." Big ball forward, and it goes out for a Larnaca throw-in. I really like the look of Freddie Potts, actually. Seen a bit of him in pre-season, and he really does look the business. Obviously, watching a lot of the young setup as well, and close to winning the league. Cross in from Larnaca. Routine catch for our man Alphonse Areola. He disperses the ball nice and early to Crezi. Corney drops in. Max Lanzini. Ings. Lanzini. Back to Ings again. Middle of the park. He plays it back to Freddie Potts. Plays it over to Levi Lang. Divine Mabama out on the right-hand side. Plays the ball through Freddie Potts. Into Lanzini in the middle of the park. West Ham just happy to keep hold of possession. Potts back to Levi Lang. Out left to Ogbonna. Shout out to Oggy as well, by the way, coming back from that injury and still being a major part of the West Ham squad. Max Corney skipping over the ball down the left-hand side. Playing with the player a little bit. Freddie Potts comes in, collects it, plays it out into the middle to Lanzini. Fornals. Lanzini. Potts. Creswell. Back to Ogbonna. Levi Lang now with Pablo Fornals. Divine collects it in the halfway line. Heavy touch, but the defender wins it back for Larnaca. Larnaca now on the attack. Larnaca down the right-hand side. Good read there from Creswell. Pushes the Larnaca player out wide. Still got the ball on the touchline. Plays the ball up the field. West Ham have cleared it out, and it's a Larnaca throw-in. Larnaca fans singing loud and proud, and fair play to them for doing that. Nothing really happening just now. But West Ham cruising through to the round of quarterfinals. Sorry, not the round of 16, to the quarterfinals. In a routine fixture, routine game tonight. 4-0 up, 15 minutes to go, 6-0 in aggregate. Yeah, okay, we're down to 10 men. The guy skipped by a West Ham defender though, but we've got plenty of men there. Lanzini comes back, drops deep, collects the ball. Danny Ings tries a back heel, but it goes out for a West Ham goal kick. 15 minutes to go. Oh, Max Corney chases it now down the left-hand side. Crosses the ball into the middle. Divine. Oh, it's cleared from the defender into the hands of the Larnaca goalkeeper. No, it's not Danny. It's Freddie. You'll make Europa League next season. We'll win the cup and see you again next season when it's off for the next round. Tomorrow, 1 p.m. Yes, you are correct. Join us because we will be going live for that draw as well. And we'll be giving you all you need to know ahead of that quarterfinal as well and who West Ham could or could not face. Corney is absolutely rapid. Corney drops deep, collects the ball. Nice football between him and Lanzini. And Danny Ings. Lanzini sprays the ball wide right. Pablo Fornals plays it out wide right to Ben Johnson. Lanzini. Freddie Potts. Out wide right, left with Max Corney. Pull the ball back to Freddie Potts. Inside to Fornals. Plays it out wide left to Creswell. Back to Fornals. Fornals drives forward. Oh, sees a pass there from Divine Mabama. Good run and good pass. Mabama plays it out wide left to Cornet. Cornet steps up, crosses the ball into the box. No one's there. Cleared from the Larnaca defender. Ogbonna comes up and wins the ball, and Lanzini wins the ball back. Second ball for West Ham. Out wide left again with Max Cornet. Plays an early ball. Danny Ings has broke the offside trap. Still got it. Edge of the box with Lanzini. Skips by one player. Shoots. And goes over the bar. Lanzini should be doing a little bit better with that one. Absolutely should be doing better with that one. Lanzini's having a phenomenal game tonight. Yeah, okay. They have had a man sent off, but he's been playing like that all like the last two games. Do you know what? I know he's lost his legs a little bit, but there's something in the Lanzini inclusion. There really is. It brings a kind of whole different aspect. It makes you think maybe more creatively or forward thinking as well. Oh, shot from Larnaca. From absolutely nothing. Chests the ball down, shoots from the edge of the box, but it's a routine catch for Areola. Creswell drives forward with the ball coming over the halfway line down the left-hand side. He cuts into Danny Ings. Danny Ings plays it back. Heavy touch, though. Lanzini drops in deep to collect it. Head up, forward. Danny Ings plays a quick 1-2 with Lanzini. Plays it back, Danny Ings. He finds himself in a bit of space. Drives it over to Freddie Potts, who looks really very similar to Declan Rice. He is dispossessed of the ball very quickly, but you would be... I tell you what, from watching this, he's got a similar run. He looks similar stance, similar position. West Ham play the ball forward, and it has dropped into the path of Divine. He's got one-on-one with the defender. He's going to try and skip by him, shoot, put it on his left foot. He's going to shoot. Of course, he's going to shoot. He was never going to pass that. That shows you the youthfulness of him. Like, why not? Take the chance. Freddie Potts chips the ball into the back post. Flicked off from the Larnaca defender. It looks like it was going to go out for a throw-in, but he's kept it in. Plays the ball back to the touchline. Larnaca still got the ball, 10 minutes to go. Plays it all the way back to the keeper for Larnaca. He goes for a big clearance. Ben Johnson, nice touch. Levi Lang. This is great to see these young players get the amount of time that they're getting. Not like 5-10 minutes at the end. It's really good. Creswell. Corney. Pablo Fornals plays it back. Creswell. He switched it over to Levi Lang. He's on the edge of the centre circle. Pablo Fornals drops in, collects it on the halfway line, plays the ball forward to Lanzini. He drives forward. He finds Corney out on the left-hand side, puts it onto his right foot, left foot, couple of step overs, tries to shoot early. Big deflection, goes out for a West Ham throw-in. Larnaca about to make their next substitution as well. What is the scores? I've not even had a chance to have a look at the scores, actually. Let's have a look here. How do I do this? How do I do this? Let's get the Conference League up for you now. Fiorentina winning 4-1. Lech Poznan winning 3-0. Basel drawing 2 each. Lazio getting beat 2-1, man. Lazio on the way out. Anderlecht beating Villarreal. What was the score in the first leg of that one? 2 legs. Oh my God, Anderlecht could put out Villarreal. Not long to go in that game. Nice beating Sheriff 3-1, but 4-1 on aggregate. Fiorentina winning 4-1, and that is 5-2 on aggregate as well. Can't believe the Anderlecht score. Basel is 2 each. Is that right? Yeah, 2 each. So they're getting beat 4-2 in aggregate. No, have I got that right? I don't know if I've got that right. I think the key thing about Lanzini is that it's his forward thinking, and there could be something in the fact that because of his creativity and his forward thinking and his link up play, that it might work with players like Paqueta. Nice touch there from West Ham, from Ben Johnson, plays it into Levi Lang, puts the ball over to Ogbonna, plays the ball forward to Lanzini, drops deep to collect it. He plays in Levi Lang, skips by one player, plays the ball forward neatly into Divine Mubama. It's a weak pass, that is, unfortunately for Divine. Larnaca have regained possession again. Back with their keeper. Plays the ball through the middle. West Ham trying to force the error. It's out with their left back now. Plays the ball back to Larnaca, goalkeeper. West Ham starting to slowly press. Remember, we will be going live straight after the stream. Larnaca now on the counter. West Ham got plenty of bodies back there. It's a poor tackle there from Max Corney. Referee was going to blow the whistle, but he's played on possession. Oh, he skipped by West Ham. He's on the edge of the box, going to shoot from distance, and it goes over the bar. He was going to blow up there for a foul, but he let them play advantage. Yes, they are. No one would have guessed that, Mandy. Nobody would have guessed that. Have I even turned that music off? I didn't even put that back on. Come on, you Irons. Irons. Good hold-up play there from Danny Ings, who brings Creswell into the game in the halfway line. Cressy plays the ball forward to Max Corney. Touches the ball, drives forwards. Danny Ings sprays the ball out wide right. Ben Johnson, loads of time and space on the ball. Nice touch. Overlapping run there. Cross in. Box. No one's there. On the edge of the box, though, West Ham are going to get first to it. No, we're not. Larnaca are. What a tackle that is from Freddie Potts. What a beautiful tackle that is. Deckers-esque. Cressy back to Lanzini. Lanzini chips the ball forward to Max Corney. Heavy touch. Larnaca defenders messing about there too much. Don't know what's he doing. Clears it out for a West Ham throw in deep in the West Ham half, in the Larnaca half. West Ham 4, Larnaca 0. 6-0 in aggregate. Now Larnaca have regained possession. Now they're on the counter. We have got 4 against 3. 4 Larnaca to West Ham's 3. Larnaca still driving forwards on the edge of the box to the right-hand side. Looking for bodies coming in the box. Hits it low. And it's cleared from Levi Lang. Ogbonna now putting the pressure on, trying to keep the ball in and out of play. But it's gone out for a Larnaca throw-in. What a tackle that was from Freddie Potts, though. There might be something in Freddie, by the way. There might be something in Freddie. Throw into Larnaca. Pablo comes back, drops deep. Freddie Potts collects. Oh, he drives forward for West Ham. Plays it out wide right. Divine Mabama coming over the halfway line. West Ham have got bodies there. Ben Johnson's making overlap and run. Mabama drives, plays it into Ben Johnson inside the box, skips by one defender. He's pulled down. He's crossed the ball then. If he doesn't cross the ball then, I think the referee gives the penalty for that. Let's have a look here. It's a bit poor. Do you know what? Ben Johnson's not dived for that, actually. That's why Ben Johnson's he's kind of tripped up over himself, and that's why he's tried to cross it in as he's gone down. Larnaca have gone from a shot from distance, taking a wild deflection, and Areola collects the ball. 4 minutes to go. Ogbonna plays in Lanzini. Out wide to Creswell. He switches play completely. Heavy, horrible ball for Pablo Fornals, who can't get the ball. Deco's sitting on the bench, having a good old chin wag with his teammates. Keep focusing on Freddie Potts here. Ball gets played through from Larnaca, out in the wide left. Switches play completely. Big one there for Creswell to deal with, which he does do very well. Heads the ball back to Areola. Levi Lang plays in Lanzini, who's lying deep in there. Danny Ings drops deep, plays it back to Lanzini. Ogbonna, wide right. Lang brings the ball forwards. Divine Mubam plays back to Oggy. He keeps a hold of it. He plays in Freddie Potts. Come up to the halfway line. He's ball forward to Max Cornet. Creswell, Potts, skips by one player. Plays it into Lanzini. Out wide right to Ben Johnson. He's going to play it back to Levi Lang. He's going to take a touch. He's going to switch it over to Ogbonna. He's going to take a touch. He's going to play
I must apologise. I really do apologise. I am back. If you can hear me, please let me know. I do not know what happened with the stream. I've had to go on my phone. So bear with me while we get this all sorted. It's still West Ham 4. We will be going live on the review straight after. Having a bit of fun there on the bench as well from West Ham. Take that off. Just waiting for the final whistle to go. So I tell you what I'll do is I'll go across to the other stream. So join me on the other stream as we go live. We'll get some reaction from the stadium as well. Full time note: West Ham 4, Larnaca 0 through to the quarterfinals. We'll see you on the review. Come on, you Irons.